was
Oh
quite
boy.
something.
I was enabled.
Just enjoy that when you listen to the recording.
Not enabling. It's Mel doing his Mel thing. I said something wrong on
Okay,
accident.
we'll let the surprise reveal itself.
Okay, I will watch that later.
Okay. All right, we're gonna start.
Okay. Just
Hold on.
fuck
I have a
me
million
up.
tabs.
Oh, I feel that.
Okay. So when last we left off, you, Blue Hearts, had just discovered that the head of the city guard, Captain Garrett Blackrook, was the second in command to the Grand Master of the Crimson Harbingers. You sought to track down your second and final lead, which would lead you to the Blue Sun Tavern. In the meantime, you discovered, in fact, that Anna, who you thought had been given a bit of a reprieve thanks to what you had uncovered, had in fact confessed to the crime of being the Grand Master, and that she was due for sentencing in a couple of days. You speculated once again that there was likely some foul play involved in here. In the course of seeking out the Blue Sun Tavern, you made your way into a underground lair beneath the tavern itself, where you uncovered what appeared to be a sanctuary for the banker, who was a representative of the company, is what you learned. He agreed to provide you with some information on who hired him and his crew in exchange for essentially turning a blind eye to their criminal activities. Um, Given where you were and how short on time you were to try to save Anna's life, you agreed, at which point he revealed that, number one, the amount of money that was paid was such a large amount that could only be from one of the major families in the city, one of which being the Beaumonts, who you have had dealings with in the past. And number two, that the money itself was funneled through the prosecutor's office. After recovering this information, you left the tavern and encountered Jack, who revealed that a number of the close loved ones of the court justices, three in fact, had been taken hostage and by the city guard and were being held away from the city for some nefarious purpose. You didn't quite know what the play was, but Jack proposed that this order might have been given by the Grand Master themselves, and that if you dealt with this problem, rescued these hostages, you may uncover finally the true identity of who you were seeking. So that is where we pick up as you return to the Dapper Snapdragon, retrieved your horses, and set out upon the roads.
What? Sorry, question. What does our war room bonus do again?
Your war room bonus gives you a third less travel time. I believe. I have to look at the statistics again, but it shortens the travel time. I've essentially factored that into the amount of time it takes already.
Oh, okay.
Because usually it would take you like a couple days to reach the crossroads, but number one, you're on horseback, and your horses have been well fed and supplied from your stable. And number two, you're using the war room. I already assume you're going to do all those things, and it just shortens the time by like half. Okay, so you ride with due haste out of the city.
Can I do something before we
Sure.
As we're leaving, I'm gonna send a message to Walden.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to make it short, like it's supposed to be. Going to crossroads following a significant lead. If things accelerate, do what you must to protect her.
Will do. I'll have my allies ready.
Okay. And I just let everyone know that I've given Walden the I've told him basically like
you've lit the fuse essentially.
Yeah,
essentially, chaotic good Walden is gonna do.
Yeah, I just tell him like if things go faster than we anticipated,
I cannot wait.
You are let off the leash. You are we're telling you, just do whatever it fucking takes.
I cannot wait for like the chaotic team B escapades.
All right. Is there anything else any of you wish to do before you leave the city? Anybody?
Nothing I can think of. Oh, Wait, this is a little bit silly, but um, I've been thinking about this, and it's really quick, but um, I basically I've just been rummaging around in my room before we go, and I get a scarf because I've got a lot of scarves, and it's like a nice pretty red one, and I turn to Tackle and go, so I know we've been wandering around a lot, and you look a lot different than like any other cat that most people have seen, and just in case, I don't want people to think that you're just some random monster, because you know you're a monster who is with me, and that means you're an important monster. So I'd like you to be a little bit identifiable, and so I tie the red scarf in like a little ribbon around Tackle's neck, so you know he's not just any run-of-the-mill displacer beast. Okay.
He's a displacer piece of fashion.
Yeah, he's a very fashionable.
He's a very fashionable boy, and
Yeah.
he nuzzles up against you.
Is there like a little blue heart stitched into the neckerchief?
Oh shit. That's a good idea.
Did Tackle put any of his paws in the? Did he get the tattoo? I don't think he
Yeah,
did.
he
No.
did.
Did he?
He
Oh,
did.
did he?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this
Okay.
very distinctly. He's definitely.
Wow,
did.
Tackle's. I didn't know that he had the blue heart mark. Oh
Yeah,
man.
Tackle's a blue heart.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
Tackle. You are a logistics nightmare.
Yeah.
You.
That is gonna be real fun once the next chapter rolls around.
Okay, let's roll out.
Okay.
Any party member that can't fight is a nightmare to deal with.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So as you're all leaving your stronghold, Jack meets you out on the street. He's already saddled up. He's all right.
Sissel, do you want to tie your broom to the back of my horse, and then you can read on the ride there?
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride, but yeah.
Nah.
That's why I said tie the broom to the back of my horse, so it won't be like.
I'll
Like,
allow the
feather it.
logistics for that. It'd probably be a little weird, but yeah, we'll let that happen.
Just trying to cram reading in every fucking
I'm
winking
trying-
moment. No, it's funny. It's fine. I just.
Our daughter needs to do her homework.
Reading in the most inappropriate of places. I've been there in real life. Fucking just fuck me up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Jack meets all, and he says, "All right, let's ride." And so you head out of the city, and you ride with due haste down the pilgrim's path. The bitter winds whip around you in this winter atmosphere, and you pull your cloaks tighter around you. It's a long shot, but all of your hopes to save your friend Anna Stonebrook's life hangs on rescuing these hostages and uncovering the Grand Master. I'm gonna stop. Eventually, as the day turns to evening, you stop to make camp in order to eat and give your horses time to rest. It is at this moment, around a flickering campfire, warming yourselves with bowls of stew Jack has cooked up for you, that the gunslinging bounty hunter advises coming up with a plan. And so, that is where we'll pick up.
What?
Do we know where they're being held?
Yeah, they're over at the old Hawk estate.
All
I'm
right.
sure you've had some dealings in that locale before.
We have.
Well,
Any
at
idea
least
where in
right
the
now
building?
it's not a portal to.
Well, the curse on the land seems to be lifted, but the building itself seems to still be, for lack of a better term, fractured. I'm sure you have walked inside and found that the rooms are not exactly as they appear.
We've found much more than that.
Needless to say, it appears that they're holding a number of the hostages, I believe 5 in total inside, with a number of guardsmen inside the building watching them, along with Detective Shelby, and a few on the outskirts keeping watch over the fields. I propose that we approach from the woods in order to make ourselves unnoticed. We'll likely have to devise some plan to taking out the outer guard and making our way inside. It might be a bit difficult. I suspect that any entrance other than the front entrance is going to be a little bit difficult given the magical enchantment that's on that place, but That's why we should be planning now. So, if anybody has any bright ideas, I'd like to hear it.
You scouted this place before.
Aye.
Do you have any idea of any idea whether specifically the hostages, what room they're in?
Again, the rooms inside don't match the outside. They only
Oh,
way to
there's
know is to go
the-
inside.
The weird puzzle rooms.
I could open a window on the outside of the house and end up in a completely different location from what appears when I first step inside.
Yeah, I recall that manor being a little bit weird.
Do I remember what kind of like enchantments were on the house when we left? Because I remember there was like a barrier that prevented us
The
from
barrier's
going
gone.
in. Okay.
That barrier is gone. There's no curse on the land anymore. The land was dying, but that stopped. The portal to the other realm is gone. So that's no longer present. All that seems to be present is the fact that each room is its own distinct pocket dimension,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. So, like, you walk into a room and then the door closes and, like, you go into a whole other pocket dimension of the house and your friends can't find you anymore. So it's kind of all over the place.
Those holding the hostages, are they likely to kill them, or must they be kept alive?
Well, that I don't know. I suspect they're using them as leverage. Identified the three justices who are being coerced from three families in particular. They have, as far as the hostages themselves, they captured a few young folk, a child, and as well as a few elderly folk. It appears they're keeping them alive for now. Maybe they have orders to do so. I don't know.
They won't be as valuable if they're dead. I'm not sure they'll kill them until after the sentencing. If that's the case.
How many, did you get how many gods have you counted?
Well, again, it's a little difficult as the house itself is such a circus. There could be any number inside, but as far as the people I saw going in and out, I've counted about 3 on the outer guard, about 6 inside, as well as Detective Shelby. So 7 all told inside, 3 outside.
And a possibility of more.
Seems that way, but I doubt they could move that many people without it being noticeable by the local town guard.
Are they their equipment? They are city guards from Arcadia. Are they anything beyond that?
They came in plain clothes, but I'm sure they're wearing they can wear the city guard armor. They have rifles. They have explosives.
On them?
Appears that way. They could set some traps as well, I'm sure.
Well, depending on the level of threat when we get into this building, I wonder if it's better to get 1 or 2 of us to find the hostages as quickly as possible. I worry that if we spend too much time fighting, they could take that time to do something.
That would probably be.
Use this to take our advantage away from us. I don't know how, and I suppose Wraith is right. If they need to have these people alive, the ones that they're trying to threaten, they won't feel. If their loved ones are dead, why would they be coerced any longer?
Having the hostages safe would probably be better sooner rather than later.
But we don't know which room, and there's a lot of trial and error.
The idea of splitting up, especially in that house, makes me a bit nervous, but if we need to secure them as quickly as possible, it's something we can consider.
I suppose it is just a plan to consider depending on what we get when we get in there. If it seems like we have a chance to pull something like that off in reasonable safety, perhaps we can, and otherwise we may need to all stay together and just hope that they're not going to kill anyone.
Well, I feel like we can all go through the same window and find ourselves in different rooms.
Is that how it
Uh,
worked before?
No, we weren't
You know
through.
that when you would go through doorways that you would end up in different rooms from one another. Some of you ended up together. The only place that seemed to allow you to enter and exit without splitting your party was the front door.
What about the? Wasn't there a room, like, wasn't there like an office in the upstairs or something?
Yeah, that's considered part of the whole foyer, essentially.
It's considered part of the main room,
Yes, it's considered part of the main.
but it had a door between it and the main.
Yeah, but that
like-
was like the what's it called? It was the locked door to the study.
It's kind of the central hub of the house, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
Was there a
Well, the-
window to that room?
No.
Ah, shit. So that would probably be a good place to enter.
So, if we don't go through the front door, it is likely that we won't even stay all together anyway, and it will be chaos.
Mm-hmm.
The front
Actually,
door also.
my mistake. There was a window in that room. There were a couple of windows.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, there were windows inside. You could see the outdoors.
Okay.
It's a second floor window, though.
If we enter through most of the windows, we will likely not we end up in separate situations from each other in different rooms, as before. But the study, where we found those strange glasses, if I remember correctly, and the unnerving messages, I believe that room was unaffected by this illusory, this dimensional trickery. It may be a potential entrance point that is not declaring our entrance from the front door.
That is definitely a path we can consider.
Sorry.
No worries.
We can also potentially assume that the windows, assuming these people know how the Hawk Manor works, that those windows may be being watched.
Probably. I mean, this was a Gonadorian house, right? And they're supposed to be Gonador people, so
I think
it's
likely.
probably a
Yeah.
We've-
I'm not sure all of them are. I think Detective Shelby might be, but I think a number of them are just corrupt to the core and in for the money.
Also true.
well. Hopefully, well, Heraith and I have fairly good eyes. We'll see what we can see from the backwoods.
Which side of the house are we on right now? Or are we?
You're
We're not.
you're not near it. You're at
Oh,
a
okay.
campsite on the Pilgrim's Path. You haven't even reached the crossroads.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. I'm skipping it. I'm thinking that we're like on a hill looking at it right now.
No.
Well, suppose we can't know until we get there truly, but
Goff, you still have that grappling hook.
yes.
You might need it.
Well, I usually needed a lot of you fly, and I don't.
I can
So,
help you with that. Hiraid can help you with that.
well, we will decide when we get there to as much as we want to know everything, we have to be dangerous with what we assume, and just act on the fly.
Hmm. I like the way you think. And if nothing else works, then we can just...
Well-
we've been in a couple of these rooms before, and we've gone through them. We can maybe just go through a window and hope that chaos is on our side.
I'd suggest for myself that I could very easily take up a sniping roost, pick off a few of these outer guards, but the moment I fire my rifle, everybody's gonna know where we are, that they're under assault.
Hmm.
Wish I had a silent spell.
Hmm.
Oh, wait. So we're gonna be going to sleep before we.
Yes.
Can I prepare a silence spell? can that affect a gunshot, or is it only for
Yeah,
certain
it,
things?
it
Yeah,
can
it's
affect.
it's an
It's
area.
a
So
basically a bubble of silence. So like you can put that on Jack, and then he's
Ooh.
basically he can't his muzzle can't be heard.
Ooh.
Oh, that's such a smart idea.
Didn't
Here,
Percy
it's
do
just
something like that?
You.
yeah,
I don't know.
I think maybe at one point.
Yeah, when they went to what's the place where Tyrion was from?
Wild.
Wildmount?
somewhere in
Yeah,
Wildmount.
they shot at like the bounty hunter who took him.
Oh.
Oh, I think
Ah,
I remember.
well,
remember that, yeah.
Shot her
I,
horse out.
When they met
the
his
drow lady.
family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I for tomorrow morning I can prepare a silent spell.
I forgot your clerics are like that. You just.
Cleric privilege.
There's only so much I can hold at once, but there's a lot available to me. I believe that could give Jack quite an advantage.
That'd be great.
Well, we just need to find him the best place with the best
Best
view
one.
of the whole house.
Don't worry, I have experience in that regard. I'll find the best line of sight. I'll keep myself hidden. I'll pick off when I see him.
I just need to figure out which spell I need to swap out.
I just need a spotter just to point him out in case I don't notice him.
Do you need that
doesn't-
person near you, or do you need that? Can we? Well, we wouldn't be able to communicate with you otherwise.
Actually, hold on. Let me
Well, someone
check
doesn't someone
something.
have those Zoom goggles or something?
Today.
I
Oh,
can
is
send
it?
if you're
Do you want-
Oh, sorry.
Oh, did you send me? Wait.
If you're within a certain range, I can send you a message.
Are we? Would you be
attacking
these gods? While we are with you on this position, or while we are approaching?
Would like to just give you some cover.
Okay.
I think with time is of the essence, you need somebody to watch the place, make sure that they don't get any reinforcements.
Mm.
I'll leave the actual heavy lifting to you.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds fair enough.
All right.
Trying to decide. I'm trying to figure out what spell I can swap out to use.
Raise dead. No, I'm kidding.
No. Okay.
I actually think I have raised dead now.
Silence is a second level spell.
I was afraid if Goth ever died. Somebody would have to.
Bards.
Bards are
Bards,
good.
man.
Bards.
Can learn all kinds of stuff. And I haven't even
Bards are
gotten my
fancy.
second arcane secrets yet. That's soon.
Ooh.
I have
I
to
thought
enter
that you
this-
got raised dead without needing arcane secrets.
I did. I'm just talking about in general.
Oh, it's a concentration spell, so if someone hits me, he won't be able. Well, let's assume that he's doing this before I get hit.
It could be useful.
What's the range on it?
120 feet.
Well, that's just the range when you cast it, but as soon as you cast it, you can go wherever you want until
Oh,
you
okay.
lose
I thought you had to
concentration
be
at the
within
time.
range. Okay.
It's a 20-foot radius sphere centered on the position, so, and then I can. Yeah.
You can cast it from 120 feet
It
away.
lasts up to 10 minutes, so we have to move quickly.
Hey.
I mean, I guess we're doing this while we're. Sorry.
Sorry. That silent spell guff, you can, if you're in it, you can't hear anything, can you?
That's correct.
No
Okay,
sound can be
okay.
created or within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point you choose.
So basically, as soon as he's in there, he can't.
Creatures are deafened while entirely inside it.
I just can't, never mind, I can't send you a message. I don't get to use my cool new cantrip that I forgot to take.
Well- Isn't that in your mind,
mean,
though?
No, it's a.
It says that
Local
magical
thing.
silence blocks it.
Oh, okay.
So I figured I'd ask in character.
It'd be different if it was like telepathy or
Would
something.
would sending not work?
Sending would work because that's in your head.
It's kind of
It's
expensive.
all in your head.
I could.
Yeah, that's an expensive use of
It
your
would.
spell.
It would block some forms of sound, but sending could. But I cannot. I would not prefer to be using multiple sending spells today when we're likely facing a fight.
Fair.
Well, this might be a long one, so I'd recommend you conserve as much as possible.
We'll do our best. In that case.
What do you recommend is the best way for us to point out a target or to get them in range for you?
As long as you can get them into a clear and provide me with a clear line of sight on them. I'd say if you have a light spell or something, I'm assuming we might want to approach this under the cover of darkness, but I'll leave it up to you what time of day you want to engage.
Also rolling for my staff charges, I forgot. Never mind.
Were the guards normally stand outside? Are they not within the specific spot? This line of sight?
Some of them patrol. The last I saw, there was one that would guard the front door right under the porch. Made getting the line of sight a little difficult. Another one would patrol around the property, and a third would be up on the second floor roof.
Okay. So for you to line up your ideal shot, you need these to be standing still, I imagine.
Nah.
Okay.
I can hit a moving target. You don't worry about that.
You just need
I
to
just
be
need
in vision.
That's correct.
Well, we're definitely very good at making noise and getting and distracting targets in whatever direction we need. So
That's exactly what I'm good at.
we will manage to find a way to get them into your eye line.
Very well. Now, that'll take care of the exterior, but as far as the interior, what is your plan? You gonna try that study entrance, or you gonna just enter from whatever window you can find and take your chances?
Is the study entrance on the first or second floor?
Second floor.
I'd like to take the study entrance.
I think trying the study entrance first would be a good idea, and if not, then we can, well, do our best.
This study entrance would provide reliability and perhaps a flanking, as you call it, surprise, maybe give us an advantage. Entering through the front door, not ideal, and entering through the other windows, as we've said, it would likely result in us being split apart. It could end in a poor way with that outcome. So the study windows seem, if we can deduce that they are safe, seem like the smartest choice. Though maybe before we go in, Ellen, you could use the Walden's window to check.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
All right. Well, if we're confident with our plan, I'd suggest we all get a good rest, because it's gonna be a long day tomorrow.
Of course.
One more question. Do you plan to remain watching the house from outside, or will you come in after the exterior guard is dealt with?
I don't know if they're gonna summon any reinforcements, so I figured I should watch the outside.
I'd recommend that.
Very well. Well, if you need, I guess there's no real easy way for you to tell us anything, but my silence sphere will last up to 10 minutes, and if you need, then I would recommend. Well,
do you have a flare or something that you can send up in case?
Oh yeah, of course.
All right.
We won't be able to see it if we're inside.
We'll see it from the study if we're there.
If things get too hairy, I'll kick the door down. How about that?
That sounds good.
My kind of plan.
Do you want me to leave the silence sphere on you even after the exterior guard is dealt with, or to just get rid of it so you can hear what's coming?
Well, that's up to you.
Very well.
Would you rely more on your sight or your hearing, would you say?
He just sort of rolls his eyes a little bit.
Shrug emoji.
I can always move out of it. It's not really.
All right, that's
would-
fair.
I wouldn't belabor the point.
I trust
All
you.
right,
All right.
let's. Oh, Goff, before we go to bed, maybe send a message to Edmund Levin. Let him
Edward.
know. Edward?
Edwin Leovind.
Edward.
I thought it was
Oh,
Edmund.
Edward. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Edward Leovind.
I thought it was Edmund because I kept thinking about Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe.
Edgeworth. It's Edgeworth.
What is Ellen saying to Goff?
Perhaps consider sending a message to Edward Levin so that so he knows the 3 judges are compromised, and we're seeking to amend that. Also, he knows to buy us as much time as we need because we need as much as he
Yes,
can
well.
buy.
I don't know how much more stress or information that man can take, but I'll try.
I will sending
Okay.
to Edward. I will say
Strong evidence. 3
the drug called Justices.
Justices. Yeah.
justices are compromised.
Typical.
Loved ones being held hostage in Crossroads. We are dealing with that, and we are going to amend that. And I don't know how many words I'm at.
I don't know, man. Don't worry about it.
We are
I think that.
tomorrow,
I think
dealing with
probably.
that tomorrow. Dealing with that. Buy as much time as you can.
After a moment, you hear a response, a very tired voice. It says,
Oh.
"Do what you must, but be quick. Your time is running out."
All right.
Okay.
He just said to be as fast as we can.
Well, that's the plan.
Aye.
That's
All right.
well, big day tomorrow.
Big day tomorrow.
What are we going to do in the day until we make our move?
All right, how much? We need to. I guess that's travel time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. No, we're like halfway there.
Yeah.
How much?
Okay.
How much reading time did you?
Yeah, I was
get?
about to ask.
I'd say you probably got about 10 hours.
10 hours.
Yeah!
Ooh.
Nice. Big
Nice,
chunk.
nice, nice. I'm gonna
Then
write
I
that up.
rescind what I just said, and I say, I just don't say that thing because I didn't know what time, like how far we were and how much time we would need to travel. So
You'll probably arrive a little bit before midday,
okay.
but you can decide if you want to deal with it immediately or if you want to wait for nightfall. It's up to you.
Okay.
Nightfall would probably be.
There's pluses and minuses to both. Okay, so you have as good a night's sleep as you can given the circumstances and the cold winter grounds that you have to sleep on within your tents. In the morning, you wake up fully refreshed. You make sure your horses are fed, and you head back on the road.
Make sure Jack doesn't blow us up this time.
Yeah, he's actually out cooking breakfast in sort of a similar tableau to the last time you encountered him at a similar campsite, and he just sort of grins and he says, "Don't worry about it this time."
Goff has a PTSD flashback, and he grabs his hammer and starts to get up, like
Garp,
ready,
it's okay.
All right. So, it does not take you long to arrive in the crossroads, and you get to the bustling town shortly before midday, so around maybe 11 o'clock, 11:30. The sky is in fact gray and overcast, and there is freezing rain coming down. It drenches you and soaking you to the bone, and you shiver a little bit. You stop at the intersection of the dirt trail lining the way to the manor houses on either side of the outskirts of the city. And Jack gazes southerly down toward this town's walls, and then to his east in the direction of the heavily wooded forest and the hill top where the Hawk estate resides. And he nods and he says, "All right, you let me know when we're going to get to work. We heading into the city for a little bit of prep, or are we making our way right there?"
What do you guys want to do?
There's not much prep that I couldn't have already done in Arcadia, so I'm fine.
All the prep I need is me pulling out my sword.
I'm good on what I
I put my
need,
armor back on, by the way.
yeah.
You got
Do
the leather
we-
jacket over your cool fit armor.
We
No,
got
it's stuck
potions,
under
right?
it.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
potions.
Yeah, we got potions.
Who has them?
We
Do we
each
all have,
have
like,
one.
one?
We all have one of
got
those.
a healing and a greater heal.
You also have those elixirs of health, which I don't think you guys are just sort of stocking up on at this
Those are
point.
like those cleanse like disease and shit, right?
They're like if
Yeah.
you don't have a cleric around, I guess.
I mean, I have one of them. But what do you think, Jack? Do you think this is you're better with this kind of thing? Do you think this position is better assaulted from under cover of night, or do you think the daylight would provide any better?
Well,
Well, the daylight will make it easier for us to see what we're doing. Granted, with this current weather, and he looks up at the cloudy skies and the downpour that's happening, he says that the heavy rain might afford us a little bit of obscurity.
Might
But granted,
mask some sound.
that's true. But the nighttime also affords us catching them when they're at their most vulnerable. Typically, people relax at night.
Hmm.
Well, how many hours are we from night?
You're probably like 6 to 7 hours. Actually, more than that. Like actual nightfall would probably be about 8 hours away.
No,
Sissel, how many uses of your chalk do you have left?
I've got about. Let me check. I think I've got 3. Do you want to see if we can get some usage of that crossroads teleportation circle? I mean,
You just have to learn it, right? So
I
you
have
don't
to learn it, but I believe it is in the governor's office or something like that.
Yeah, it's in the city hall, town hall.
Oh, where we met Fungus Boy.
Yeah.
I believe that normally I would go with the safest plan, but
We are pressed for
I'm-
time.
I'm now yes, I am thinking that waiting for a strategic advantage could prove folly. Anna has very little time left, and we don't know how much of time that is. We need to move as quickly as we can.
Agreed.
Jack sort of chuckles at that and he says, "Hey, no one ever told stories about heroes who played it safe."
That is true. Sissel, the reason I asked is you can only teleport about 6 people at a time, right?
You can teleport as many people as you want.
Really?
The teleportation circle is open for 1 round, but anyone who enters it within that round gets teleported.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
like trees like teleport via Blance where you can
I thought
teleport has like a 10-person limit, but teleportation circle is like anyone within the circle when it activates.
The teleportation circle is essentially a field. As many people as I can shove into that, I can teleport.
all right. That alleviates my fears. Because that's probably what we're going to need to use once we get the hostages freed.
I'm prepared for that.
All right. Uh, do you want to quickly learn the teleportation circle here while you're uh or do we want to do that at a later date?
Um, it won't
I'm
take that
asking.
long. To memorize the sigil sequence takes only a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our
We can.
only real obstacle is actually getting them to let us take a look at it.
Well, if you must do it, we must do it quickly.
All right. Let's. Hit 8. Would you like to accompany us and be persuasive?
Sure.
Such a
Right,
weird
what-
thing. Like,
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What is your plan?
Let's stop by and pick up that sigil sequence. That I almost said sigil sequence.
Oh,
Sigil
God.
siege wins.
Sigil sequence.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What are you doing?
I guess we're gonna go to
Let's-
City
yeah.
Hall real quick and.
Alright.
Let's stop by really fast, and then we can head straight to Hawk Manor.
Sure.
Is it on the way?
No. Hawk Manor is on the outskirts of the town. You'd have
Oh,
to go into the
bollocks.
town to get to City Hall.
Okay, let's do it fast.
Speed
I'm not gonna belabor the point. It's the teleportation circle is actually like a public use thing.
Oh, nice.
So-
Okay.
I was afraid it was gonna be like, oh, well, we're not gonna let you
that,
use it.
that's
but-
crank stuff. This is different. You head on over to City Hall. The receptionist points you to where the teleportation sigil circle is, which is in the room, the large double door room that's beyond the staircase, on the first floor. You head in. You spend about a minute memorizing the sequence, and you now have a circle for the crossroads.
I will add that to.
you've unlocked fast travel.
You've unlocked
Crossroads.
fast travel for Crossroads. Yay!
You forgot to do it last time.
Yep,
Don.
but now we have it. All right.
Okay.
Let's get back to the party.
All right, let's go.
I'd say
And-
at this time it's about noon, closer to noon, as you're making your way
Noon.
back.
It's high noon.
As- As you make your way to
Jack is more
time for
powerful than
Jack.
ever at high noon.
yeah,
It's time for Jack to ult.
It's Jack McCree.
Hey Jack, press Q real quick, please.
Oh my
he just
god.
holds tat for a moment.
The tumbler
Um,
blows by.
yeah. So you make your way back out to the outskirts of the town, toward the dirt road that lines all the manor houses that sort of buttress the city walls on the northern side of the town. From your previous excursions out here, you know that if you head east along this road, it winds up into the forests and makes its way onto a sort of a hilly overlook where the Hawk Estate is. I think it's actually still like a map of this. But I forgot this is back when I actually made maps. Yeah, there's a world map of the crossroads.
Hell yeah.
Hawk Estate, way out there. So you head out here and you start making your way toward the estate, or what is your plan?
We plan to head around the back and give them the good old reach around.
Oh, Mel.
I wrap around.
Okay. So, as you're, you got your horses still, or are you? I'm assuming.
I mean,
you
we assuming we
stable.
stable them
Mhm.
so that we don't have to like worry about them.
Yeah.
Horse
Dying.
management is we're not doing horse
Horsing
management with this
around.
fucking hat.
Those damn
Yeah,
horse
we're not horsing
logistics.
around.
Horsing
We're not
around.
horsing around on this
BoJack
show.
Horseman.
I'm saying nay to this. Let's go.
Man, what if one of them was named BoJack?
Matt Damon, but he's a cat.
No.
Okay, so you start making your way up the dirt road. The rain is intense at this point. It is just coming down. You guys are just all soaked to the bone. As you get closer to the winding path where you would start seeing the Hawk Estate itself, Jack nods to you and he motions toward the nearby woods, and you make your way into the woods itself and begin going in a kind of a roundabout way toward your approach toward the manor. As you get closer to the manor itself, I'm not going to ask you for stealth checks yet because I don't believe you are close enough to be noticed just yet.
Mm.
At this point, I would say you're probably a good 100 feet away, 150 feet away from the manor house. You can kind of see it peeking over the horizon of this hill, and you can just barely make out the dilapidated wooden roofing of it. Jack stops here, and he kind of tips his hat a little bit, and he begins scaling one of the trees.
All right.
Okay.
So what do we see from here? Like, if I stare at the Hawk
Give me an
Manor.
investigation check.
Okay, that's not very good, and that's better. Hang on. What is my? Oh God. Oh God. Sorry, math. 13 plus 13 is
Oh my goodness.
26.
How do you? How is
Okay.
it math to add the same number to itself?
Listen,
I feel it. I feel
You're an
it.
accountant.
I don't judge you at all. Math is hard. Numbers are
Okay.
hard.
thank you.
All right. Okay. Ellen, as you gaze up toward the manor house, the it's kind of hard to make sense of it from the angle that you're at. It's a little bit elevated from where you are, although Jack, from climbing this fairly tall tree, has a pretty good vantage point of it. You, on the other hand, can't really see much except for sort of the second floor of the manor. You do notice after a moment one individual who is wearing what looks to be he's not wearing a guard uniform. First off, I mean, it makes sense because it would be absolutely foolish for these guards to be wearing their guard uniforms out here,
Yeah.
given what they're doing.
It was foolish of him to try
You
to
see
mess
one
with
man who
us.
looks like he's wearing a cloak, pulled around himself, trying to keep the rain out as best he can. He's kind of huddling underneath the kind of like the outcropping of the roof. You know how the roof kind of sticks over the edge a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to get a little bit of cover from the rain. He seems to be shivering a little bit against the cold. That is all you can see from this vantage point.
Okay, well, I see the oh God, I see the roof guard that Jack mentioned before.
What side are we in the back of the house?
I'd say you're approaching from the side of it.
Okay.
So you're not approaching straight on, but you're kind of around the left side of the house.
All right, if I just hop up a tree, like
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check. I don't have to fall on your ass.
okay,
Actually, what's your passive acrobatics? I'm not even gonna have you.
19.
19. Yeah, I'm not even gonna have you fucking roll for that. You can climb a tree fairly effortlessly. So you, Ellen, you find some footholds on some of the branches. You hop up, get about maybe 25 feet up this tree, and you get a better look. And I would say, likely with your passive investigation, you would see from your vantage point an additional guard that is huddled underneath the porch balcony, as well as just as you're observing the scene from around the right side of the mansion, patrolling around the back of the mansion at the time, you see a third guard. And the guard, as he's passing by the back of the mansion, at one moment, looks up toward the second story where the study windows are, and then he continues patrolling. And he's kind of rubbing his hands together to keep warm and trying to shake some of the rain off of himself. But it's
Is
really
there a
effort.
second story window from this side angle or no?
Yeah, there are windows, but they're not to the study.
Oh, okay. Do I remember where they were?
The windows to the study are directly
Yeah.
in the center of the house,
On the back.
on the back.
On the back? Okay. Right. Um. Can I see There's woods to the back of the
Yeah,
house,
there's
right?
woods all around. There's some farmland surrounding the entire estate, probably a good uh like not a lot of farmland, probably a good 50 feet or so around the entire thing, and then it's just a ring of woods surrounding it.
All right. Let's.
And the farmland itself is still very overgrown. There's a lot of uh just overgrown plant life that's sprung up out of the soil.
Okay. Let's. I'm gonna I'm gonna like uh describe like basically what I see in my hearing, and be like, all right. So, how do we want to distract them?
I don't know, but as soon as we're ready to go, you let me know and I will give Jack the silence spell.
Distraction might be dangerous because if they become alerted to something, they might just call an alert.
That's true.
You hear
Wait.
you hear Jack call from up above. He says, I can get some line of sight on at least two of them, but my worry is that as soon as I take a shot, even with the silence spell, they're going to notice if one of their comrades goes down. So I think more than anything, we just need to keep them from noticing one another as I take them apart.
Keep them separated.
Maybe lure them away.
Here,
Whatever we do, we want it to be a gentle approach. We don't want to make a big ruckus or explosions or yelling. We want it to be things to pique their interest, make them move, but not tell anyone else.
We could maybe lure one away with like a suspicious noise or something. Take him out, and then lure the other in the same direction. Take him out. Hide them both.
There's three of them.
Here,
Oh.
if you could replicate, if you could hear their voices, how difficult would it be to replicate it?
Not very.
How close do you need to be to hear their voice? Well, I guess that's not like a very.
That's within human or dwarven constraints there.
Yeah.
As close as you need to be about.
All right. We
I'd
do.
say, I'd say that my line of sight, and Jack is kind of whispering from above, he says, I can get a clear line of sight across this entire field as long as you can keep them away from the house itself and from the shadows and the awnings, and of course the opposite side.
All right. So, what we could do. How. Actually, we already know what was the crooked detective's name again?
Shelby.
We already know what Shelby sounds like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hades, do you think you could use his voice to direct one of them, perhaps somewhere overgrown, where no one would notice a body if it fell?
I am not one for things such as this, but wouldn't they have known he left the house? I mean, if he's coming at them from the woods.
No, I mean,
they have known...
have him say that he noticed something from, I guess, from the window.
But he would be inside. Why would he be talking from somewhere else?
I'm really hoping they have earrings.
What?
If they have earrings, they might just be able to get in contact with the real...
Oh, that is true.
While Harith is very good at it, disguises and trickery like that is a delicate thing. It also puts her in direct danger, and...
I wasn't going to go do it myself. I can make a illusion.
Ah, well, that is something. I mean, I don't know if there's anything more specific you can do than to get close and try and get them into Jack's field of vision, away from each other, away from the house. However we do that is, I suppose, what we must decide now, but it seems fairly straightforward to me.
Yep.
I can make any number of sounds. Maybe we should work in small. We should each have a few people, or a couple of us, to try and lure away each guard. Kind of at the same. What?
I was thinking just to take all three of them down at the same exact time.
I could
Yeah.
probably aim for one of them.
Well, yes. I just mean I was going to say if we could get them all out into the open at the same time, it would make Jack's job much easier.
Actually, the one on the roof and the one.
Is there one on the roof?
circling.
Yeah.
Oh, I know there was one on the roof. I thought they were all on the ground. Okay.
No.
There's one on the roof and one circling. Jack has sight on both of them.
On those two, yeah.
It's the one on the porch that he doesn't have access to right now.
Didn't he say he wanted us to get them away?
Yeah,
from
because the other two are close enough together that if one goes down, the other one's gonna notice.
the patrolling one and the one on the porch?
Yeah, the patrolling one and the one on the roof.
So I was thinking if we can take those two out at the same time, perhaps my bow and Jack's gun, and then perhaps Sissel can fire her own spell.
The
I
thing
think
about
you
my
have-
spells is that they do kind of make noise.
Oh,
They sure
I
do,
can't-
don't they?
They sure
a-
do.
I mean, I'm a crack shot. I can take down multiple people fairly quickly. So
Uh-huh.
Why don't we get the one that is patrolling around to come out further, and then Jack, I suppose, could start with the one on. He could aim for the one on the roof, while the other one is faced away, walking away from the house. Would that? With no sound of a shot. Would that not? And then he could go right for the other one, and then all we have to worry about is having the one on the porch out in the open at the same as well. After that,
sounds like a sound plan. I think we could take the first two down without any issue. The one on the porch was on the opposite side of the house. He doesn't even see them.
all right,
So as long as we take those two down at the same time.
all right. Let's do this. Golf, I'll signal you from up here to cast a silence spell when the patrolling person is in position.
And I'll just be here,
And how are
not
we
making any noise.
How are we dealing with the person on the porch again? I was reading up on.
we need to lure him to this side of the house and away from the house.
Alright. And how are we doing that?
I mean, I know that this is not my forte, but I could just hide in some of the growth and just shake some things around, some trinkets, make some noise, I don't know, anything just
I
small.
could add to that maybe. You know those urban legends that you sometimes hear about people following weird lights into a forest and never coming back?
Ah, yeah.
Those are urban legends.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's like
Whoa.
stories about them.
Didn't
Okay,
we
yeah.
fight a will-o'-the
Those are
wisp?
real.
Did we find
I-
a little I don't know.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
That's when we met Tackle.
As interesting and compelling as it would be to see this man walk towards a bunch of lights, do you think he really would leave to just follow what seems like an obvious, well, maybe not obvious,
I
but it
would.
seems like a
If he
trap.
doesn't know
You would
what
walk
it
in.
is.
You would walk into the lights.
Yes.
I know. How long have we been? Never mind.
Hey, they don't necessarily have the experience that we do.
It just seems.
I had to break up this party, but don't you think time is of the essence?
Yep,
Yeah.
let's
Come on,
go.
guys. Let's
Why
go.
don't we just do something? We'll try and get them away from the porch. Just don't make a lot of ruckus about it. Whatever it
No.
is, just make it subtle.
Of course.
Just be here quietly doing nothing.
It's probably
it's
for
problem.
the best
It's-
during stealth.
I don't
Unless you're in a
appreciate that.
silence field.
we do have rain pouring, right? So that gives us some
Yeah.
sound advantage.
I would say it would cancel out any noise-based disadvantage, like from plate armor.
Oh
So
hell
it would
yeah!
just be a
I'm not.
straight- It would still be a
Never
straight roll,
mind.
though.
Never mind, it's
Okay,
raining
what
and I
am
just
I doing
forgot.
then?
Alright, I'll follow you, Goth.
Oh, what am I doing then?
What do you want to do?
I'll follow them. If that's okay with the party. I shrug. You know I'm not good at this stealth shit. What do you want me to do?
we don't need to pile everyone into one place. We need this to be delicate.
Well, that's not anything I'm good at. So
You can. Why don't you just go near go get close, but not too close, and just be ready in case something goes awry. Get ready.
Listen, Mytho, I was going to do that for the two that I think Ellen and Jack are taking care of them. So you go get near the one on the porch and just be ready to take care of him should anything go wrong.
Okay, got it. I do that. I get ready for that.
All right. So, what I need from everybody is, so who is heading toward the two at the back? The one that's on the roof / the one that's patrolling.
I am.
Okay, so Ellen. Who else?
Me.
Hiraeth. Okay. All right. So as you're making your way quietly through the woods toward the open fields and the overgrown foliage, I need both of you to make stealth checks.
Stealth checks.
No.
25.
Okay. All right.
That wasn't even anything like.
I know. No. It was good. It was good. I was surprised that you didn't go, oh, that's a
Well,
2, so it's a 26.
well.
He does that.
The thing is, and this is the thing,
Uh-oh.
I have it, mine is a 7, so.
Okay. All right. Let me just. So, which way are you approaching from? The two of you.
I was thinking we'd like try to loop.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe you would loop around the woods and come at it straight toward the back of the house.
Mhm.
Oh man, it's raining IRL right now. My window's open. This is really
Oh,
adding to the
man.
ambiance.
That's so good. Fuck.
Don't you love it when your DM controls the weather so you can...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's me. Okay. All right, so you begin approaching directly from the backside of the house, putting the overgrown foliage of the fields between you and your targets. You make your way very quietly into the underbrush. What do you do from there?
What do I see?
You see the one on the ground continuing to patrol. He is now heading toward the right-hand side of the house and about to loop the corner. The one that is on the roof is still leaning against the second-story wall, just trying to keep cover and keep out of the rain.
Do they, like, look towards places other guards could be at intervals, or?
Yes. Yeah, they always try to keep line of sight at one another.
Okay, so just constantly, it's not like, oh, I'll look over here for a while and then look back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to whisper into the earring that it's really going to have to be immediate because they're not they basically have an eye on one another at all times.
Hiraeth, as you are in the foliage, you're moving a little bit and there's a snap of a twig underneath your foot, and the one on the ground stops in his patrol and he looks over toward the fields where you two are both currently hidden.
Okay, so I'm going to go still. And
He
I'm going
puts a hand
to...
on the hilt of his short sword and begins moving toward it, and he calls up to his buddy on the roof. He says, "Hey, I think I heard something."
Who was that?
Oh,
noise?
it's just the rain. Oh, I'm gonna check it out anyway.
I'm
Starts
going
moving.
to
Golf now.
Keep an eye on
No,
me.
hold on.
I think that what you guys are doing is happening simultaneously. Whatever I'm gonna do, me and Red are gonna do. So I think this is just what you're doing right now.
I'm going to cast a major image.
Okay.
And from like my area, I'm going to conjure the image of like a squirrel, like a pretty big sized squirrel, and I'm going to
A
have it
giant
like
squirrel.
not a giant one, but like you know,
He ate a lot,
He's a
okay?
real
he's
fat
he's
squirrel.
kind of chumby, okay?
Okay,
And
it's
like
a
chummy
chum
wolf.
squirrel.
a
Okay.
chumby squirrel, and
Oh.
he's like when the guard is like kind of getting close to this kind of area that we're in, I'm going to have him like kind of burst out of the foliage and go like running off in another direction.
Okay. So you now major image is a verbal, somatic, and material spell. I'm gonna need you to do a sleight of hand check to try to do this quietly, because
Can I assist her with the sleight of hand?
If you're
He does-
proficient in it,
He does have
maybe.
proficiency.
I have expertise.
that
Oh
I
no,
would
I
say
have
that you don't,
proficiency.
but you're not a magic user, so I would say it wouldn't make any
okay.
sense for you to be able to help Hiraeth speak it quietly.
Oh well, I'm fine. That's a 23.
Okay. All right. So you see this guard approaching you very quietly, recite these the arcane words in order to generate a major image as an engorged squirrel. Wow, that's
He's
a
not
bad.
large. He's just kind of big.
He's been
Like, you know
gorged
how-
on acorns.
Like you know how like I like it always seems like gray squirrels are like bigger than red
Oh,
red
okay,
squirrels. So it's just like a larger breed of squirrel.
Okay, so a big bushy looking squirrel
Yeah.
leaps out
Little
of the
chump.
field, and the guard takes a step back and says, "Oh!" and he draws his sword and he says, "Damn rodent!" and he swings at it.
It's gonna scurry.
Goes wide, and it just keeps scurrying. And his pal up on the roof says, "Ha ha ha! ha. You jump at anything, Reginald."
Reginald.
Reginald Fizam.
Shut up! And he goes back to his control.
So
Uh,
just as so, Jack wanted us to do what? They wanted us to get those guys away from the house before he shot.
Or get away from each other.
Oh, okay. Okay.
At this point, you do notice, Alan, that the other guard who's up on the roof is now, after this whole situation, is now looking the opposite direction.
Okay, now,
Now what?
cast the silence.
Oh. I thought I was doing that before we came down.
Oh, we did that already?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna have to tell Jack when. Unless he's just watching and he'll
He's
just.
just watching.
I think we're just gonna leave it up to his judgment.
All right. So
Okay,
what are
I
you
thought-
doing?
So,
Okay.
so I
Was
don't even know
sorry.
if I can see. I don't even know if I can see where Jack is anymore because I'm
You
going
can
to.
see him. You can see him up in the trees.
I mean, how close is he? Because I have a range of
He's
120
like,
feet.
He's like 40 feet up. Okay.
Okay.
He's not that
Okay.
high.
So I guess I'll wait. Hold on a minute. You know what? I'm just gonna have cast a spell before we came down here because that's a vocal somatic thing, and I don't want to make noise.
Okay. I didn't know that you would actually approach the building. I thought you were still back there.
I thought that we were simultaneously doing two different things at the same time.
I don't know. Just tell me what you're doing.
I didn't. Okay, yeah, sorry.
I don't know.
Also completely lost.
Please give me an answer.
Who are you asking? Me or
You. What are you doing with your spell?
okay?
You
As we
cast
were
it
going,
already. It's cast. Okay.
yes.
Let's move on.
Spells on Jack. He can fire without making any noise.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Okay.
knowing that,
That is a 29 stealth check for Jack.
nice.
Plus 10 to stealth. He's not even expertise in it.
Doesn't need to be at that fucking ring.
It's true. He hasn't gone invisible yet, by the way. He's just being.
Yeah.
So you've cast the spell. Those of you who are out in the field at this point, you have the one up on the roof who's turned his gaze away. The one who you just startled with the squirrel is sheathed his sword once again and is beginning to walk back away, back toward
I'm-
the house.
He's facing. He can see. That guy can see the guy on the roof, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do a quick insight checky.
Okay.
18 plus 13 is
31.
I'm gonna say you succeed because he
Thank
doesn't
you.
even know that you are looking at him. He's
He
just.
can't even be deceitful. He's just being himself.
Yeah, his
Okay.
passive deception is like 0 or 12 or something.
So that means that does. Oh, I had advantage on my attack anyway because it was.
It's a surprise
And
attack. Yeah, it's a stealth
It's a
attack.
surprise
So,
attack. So,
alright, make your roll.
hang
You
on.
have advantage, so roll twice.
Uh, 11 plus, I think it's 10. Yep, 11 plus 10 to hit.
That hits.
And my 1d.
And that's your highest of the two rolls.
Yeah, I rolled a 3 and an 11.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah.
Okay.
My d6 plus okay, that's 2 plus 6. That's 8 piercing
damage.
from the bow.
Okay, and then do your sneak attack.
My 66.
Yep.
22.
Okay, so a total of 30 points of damage. Ellen, you carefully knock an arrow at this guard with his back turned, and fire, and the arrow very cleanly cuts through the heavy rain, almost as if from the sheer momentum, the raindrops don't even touch it. And it goes.
It screams, Jason!
It goes right through the back of this guard's neck, and he drops. At the same time as this happens, those of you who are observing the guard on the roof, you don't hear anything, but suddenly you just see his whole body slam up against the back of the house, a blood spray against the side, and his whole body just crumples onto the roof.
Nice.
Alright, last boy.
Alright, I tap golf. Let's go.
Okay, so we're doing this after. I thought. Okay, this isn't happening at the same time.
Well, it could happen at the same time.
It's
What do you want to do?
close.
I figured at the same time would be the best, so that there
Right.
wasn't a chance for anyone.
Okay. Okay.
seeing
What are
each
you
other.
doing?
So,
So you're with Mito and Cecil.
yes,
You're approaching from the side of which are you approaching from the side or from the
like
front?
the side towards the corner where the front of the house is, so
Okay,
like
all right,
so we can get a decent view of the guy or the
Okay,
person.
so I would say as you're all approaching, I need all of you to give me stealth checks. The heavy rain will cancel out any disadvantage from the plate armor, so Mito, you can just take the normal roll.
Okay. Hold on.
Don't me new dice.
If I don't change anything in there, we just still will take the first roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
15.
15. Okay.
Well,
7.
Yeah.
17.
17. Okay.
Oh. Oh, okay.
As you three begin to approach, kind of from a diagonal angle toward the house, this guard is on the porch and he's casting a sweeping gaze left to right over the fields. You make your way into the long grass on one side of the field in order to give yourself a little bit of cover. However, as you are making your way into this grass, Mito, there's some very faint embers on your rapier from your flame tongue enchant that are just always kind of active, and there's like a sizzling effect as the rain hits it a little bit. You just hear like a tss, tss,
Oh no.
and as you're making your way into the cover of this long grass, this sizzling sound occurs, and the guard up on the balcony frowns and he looks in your direction. He doesn't see you just yet, but he puts a hand on his back and he draws a rifle and he loads it with a bullet and he begins stalking toward the grass, and you see him putting a hand up to his ear. What do you do?
How close is he to the house?
He's still getting off of the porch, but he seems to be talking to someone through an earring.
Is he he's not in view of Jack?
No, that's the other side of the house.
What the fuck back up?
No offense to Mito, but even when you don't have disadvantage, you still roll really
I-
well still.
I don't think Mito has a modifier.
I don't
I
have
don't
any
either.
decks at all.
I think Lauren's luck with stealth rolls, regardless of disadvantage, is just really bad.
Yeah, well, I'm playing big beefy
Yeah.
plate lady, so I
Yeah.
With a cool
it's-
leather
it's what-
jacket.
It's what comes from being
With the-
super strong.
don't. Now she accidentally forgot to take off the leather jacket and was wearing it under her armor.
Oh,
That sounds
really
terrible.
painful.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I never.
So what are you
such a
doing as you
character.
see him? This guy stalking toward the grass.
Can I still see him starting to talk? Like how much
Yes.
has he started? Is he like what? How
you're
far
right.
into his talking has he started?
He's been talking for a little bit now as he's
Oh
walking.
well,
Yeah. I mean, he's
can I like
saying a
instant
few.
react?
You
Instantly
can
react
if
to it?
you see him put his hand up to his ear, but he's not off of the balcony yet. What do you want to do? I mean, you want to engage him now, or do you want to wait until he's off of the porch? He's still going to be talking. By the time he gets off of the porch, he's probably going to communicate something to whoever he's talking to. You can't read lips, so you don't know what he's saying.
Okay. I just want to know if I can. I wanted to know if I could like do something to stop him from communicating.
You can do whatever you want. I can't decide what you do. And meanwhile, the other two of you are standing around as well. You can do something if you want.
I have an idea, but it would. Mm, um.
Wait. Question. Does he look like a Crimson Harbinger, or does it just look like a?
He's in plain clothes, so you don't really know.
Okay. Over to the side, like not directly in front of us, but like a little, like in the direction of like wherever it would be give Jack a line of sight. I want to just like sorcery point, subtle spell. I want to prestidigitation, like just some soft blue lights.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something as well.
Okay.
I might need to roll something because it's a vocal component.
Okay. Yeah. If there's a vocal component, I need you to do a sleight of hand check.
I want. It's for thaumaturgy. Is that do I still need to do
Yes.
sleight of hand? Okay.
If you're throwing your voice, I would say probably not.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and throw my voice directly to where his mouth is, and just make static sounds, or like maybe not static, like just like noise, like white noise, like
Okay.
like rustling leaves, like things to
Right,
block
right.
out him talking.
Okay. Okay. All right. Shit. Okay. So as this all kicks off, Cicely, you cast some subtle dancing lights. He jumps a little bit and he looks over in that direction. He seems to be trying to speak some more on his earring, but instead it's just like a.
Yeah, it's just like wind, like whoosh, whoosh, like raindrops, like
he's like-
louder.
He's like
I
you
can't
see him-
hear you.
yeah, you hear him start to like shout over the din of the pouring rain and whatever sounds you're making, and he seems to be trying to shout over it as he makes his way toward the dancing lights. And he's like pulling a little bit at the earring, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And that's all he can do as another bullet just rips through his forehead, and
Oh my god.
there's
Oh
just
my
a spray of
God.
blood against the side of the house, and he.
I was debating swapping the silence spell over to him, but then I was like, but then Jack will make a huge loud gunshot, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, I don't know. That might have still revealed our hand a little bit, but better than him saying anything. Ugh.
Yeah.
How close is his body to us?
I'd say about 20 feet.
I'm gonna drag it into somewhere hidden.
Take off his earring
Okay.
first.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take it and do earrings like communicate anything when they're detached from someone's ear?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna take it and just like pocket it. Like it won't. I know for a fact that if I have it, it won't. Like they won't hear anything through it, right? If I'm not wearing it,
Correct.
I'm gonna take it and just like put it in like a pocket or something.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna drag him to somewhere where he's not like visible, and I'm just like This is not the work I thought I would be doing for Eldath, but here I am.
All right. You quietly drag his body into the long grass, leaving nothing of his passing except for a faint spray of blood against the wooden siding of the house.
Is it washing off in the rain?
Yes, it's being washed away in the rain.
Okay, good.
Alright, let's get
So-
back to the others.
Ellen is at the back. Okay. Wait, I see the study window from here?
Yes, you can see the study windows on the second floor. The roof, kind of from the first floor, the wall goes up to the second floor. There's a little bit of a lip of a roof around the edge that kind of slants upward, and then there's the second story, and you can see a couple of windows on the second story where the study would be. It looks kind of foggy. The windows itself, this looks familiar. The windows were always kind of difficult to see through. They were kind of frosted a little bit and covered in dust.
Okay. I'm gonna can I try to quietly climb my way up to the roof?
I'd say make a stealth check. I'm not going to have you make an acrobatics check because with a 19 passive acrobatics, you would easily
Holy
get up there.
shit.
And I can't roll below a 19.
Yeah.
No.
Stealth
19
is 17 plus 30.
So it's a 30.
So yes.
Okay. All right. You very nimbly climb your way up to the second floor and sidle up toward the side of the window leading into the study.
Okay, what do I see?
You peer through.
I mean, no, not the window. Sorry, I wanted to stick the Walden wall.
Okay, the Walden window.
Yeah, the Walden window, not the regular window.
All right. You place the circular porthole on the side of the house and you switch it on and you peer through, and it looks like Myron Hawk's study. It seems just the same way you left it. No worse for wear. You can still see the scratching on the wall where it says he can see you.
Oh god.
Ugh.
Ah,
No, he can't anymore. We killed him.
But it seems otherwise empty. The door, however, is kind of cracked open a little bit, and as you look at the ground, you do actually notice, as you're peering a little closer, you can see what look to be sleeping bags arrayed around the room.
Study's empty, but looks like it's where they sleep.
Alright, good to know.
Seems to be about 6 in total.
6 sleeping bags. No sign of the hostages in the study.
I think that's a good entry point.
For right now, yes.
It is a room with no enemy in it.
The door
We're
is
aware of.
ajar, though.
we'll
All
have
that
to make
remains
sure
is
that's not trapped.
all that remains is getting into the room without making any noise. Though, well, I suppose I could. I'm using a silence spell today. I may as well make the best use of it.
That could be a good idea. And for getting up there, Goff, if you could fire your grappling hook into the ground, Sissel or I can fly the hook itself up to the roof and just latch it.
You might want to just detach that because it makes a lot of noise when that thing fires off.
Oh, detach the grappling hook.
Wait, is this like as a rope people can use?
Yeah, you can detach it from the actual firing mechanism,
It-
and
I mean, if we're climbing a rope, why not just use a rope?
Do we have a rope?
yeah, you
Yeah,
all.
I've got
Most-
lots of
most-
rope.
Lots of
Yeah,
rope.
most like adventure packs have like rope.
Oh
attached
no,
to
but
it.
also
never
doesn't it grapple him, reel him in or something? so he
Yeah,
can get
but you
out?
can
Yeah, but
climb a
it's
rope.
It's gonna make
I
a
mean,
lot
you
of
climb.
noise.
How high was the climb? Like, how high did you go up?
It's like one story. It's
Oh.
I
like
can just cast fly on you, or here I can just cast
No, we don't
fly.
need to. You can
I'd
save your
rather-
skill points. We can just
yeah.
climb
We
a rope.
love just we can fly.
This is not that complicated.
Okay.
I'd prefer just climb a rope if I can just climb a rope.
Alright.
I mean, I mean, yeah, Sissel can fly in a broom with maybe another person, but we can.
I can carry someone.
Okay, so are we all
Sissel,
like,
take Mito on the broom.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with
It's-
the rope?
Your armor is very
I can cast silence so that none of us risk in making any noise climbing into this room.
Oh, okay,
you
that's
wouldn't be
even
able to
better.
talk to one another.
We would not be able to talk to one another, so anything we need to decide before we climb and go in, we need to say now.
It is my executive
Okay.
opinion that we should climb the fucking rope.
Same. Although I'm already up here.
We get it. You're very powerful.
I can
So-
also I can just dispel it once we're up there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I would keep the silence spell up. I can
Can't move
keep...
it. It'll just sit in the wall we climb up on.
Oh.
It'll follow us in.
Oh, right. I was gonna be like, yeah,
It's in a position. Like I can't move it around. It doesn't follow a thing. It's.
It's a 20-foot radius sphere, though, which would cover a lot.
I mean, I can control it. So I mean,
I'm just saying, like, it can
would,
cover the first two, probably like most of the first floor and part of
Oh.
the second.
I would say cover as much of the study as you can. That way, when we're actually landing in there, we can be quiet. Also, we could. But also, since the door is ajar, I would like to take a peek out it before we decide to lift the silence,
Okay.
just to make sure.
Let's get the rope up there.
if anyone spots us, or anything goes wrong, I am probably going to drop the spell.
Oh,
Because by that
that's
point-
fine.
There's no point in being silent, and we need to be able to hear each other.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay. Sounds
Otherwise,
good.
move slowly. Do not rush into anything. Let Ellen keep an eye. Let Ellen look first.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
I'm imagining that I give the rope to someone, and they like bring it up to the.
Okay.
I guess
So let's
Sissel.
say you give it to Sissel, and Sissel flies up there on the broom.
Yeah.
And you can attach it. You find it a fairly easy place to attach it to a point on the roof, and you give it a nice tight knot. And then, okay, you have a rope.
We have a rope.
I
Wait,
can't
has-
believe we took this long.
Have
Yeah, I can't either.
Actually, I can.
has Goth casted the silence yet?
I'm going to when we start climbing.
We're gonna
Okay.
start
Are we
climbing.
climbing it?
Because like
Yeah,
right
then I'll-
before.
I mean,
Right,
does
did
Sissel
Goth
really need to
cast
climb?
it?
No! Sissel's up here on a broom.
Can fucking Jack can see us, right? Like he can see where
Yes.
we are. Okay, then he'll probably see me. I'm gonna give him like a thumbs up, and then I'm gonna drop his silence and cast it again on the spot where we're gonna be scaling into the house.
Right
As you-
before he. I'm sorry.
No, go on,
it's-
go on.
I was gonna say right before Goth casts the silence. I'm like, wait, Goth, I have something really important to tell you.
Goff
Just
just
see-
kind of like begrudgingly turns and looks at you, and then just shakes his
like-
and then just shakes his head, and then
Mito's
just
mouth moving as no
Yeah.
words are coming out.
Mito's laughing.
You look to your left and you see Roscoe very nimbly rush toward the house and then do like one of those crazy just scaling the wall run and then pull
Oh,
himself
would
up
you
onto the
say
second
that
floor.
he just performed parkour?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yes.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
You're welcome.
Thank you.
thanks.
All right. So the rest of you climb up in total silence up the rope. Make your way to the second story landing of this roof. You all have a good view of the window now that enters into the study. Still no sign of anybody.
Goff gets like kind of. I should have said this before I cast the spell. Goff points at gets Ellen's attention, touching her shoulder, and then points at like the edges of the window, like he drags his finger around the sides of it to try and indicate something.
Okay. Is it possible to open from out here?
You don't see a lock on this side now.
Can I like pull it?
You could try.
and see? Yeah.
I tap
Can we
Ellen.
check for traps?
Yeah, I tap Ellen on
Oh
the
no!
shoulder
Try
and I
that
make.
Metagaming
I-
pigeon.
I tap Ellen on the shoulder and I make a T symbol with my hands.
Oh. And Ellen nods.
Thumbs
Are
up.
there?
We committed D&D crime, guys. We
No, we
We're
didn't.
gonna get arrested by the police.
Your ice is madly gesticulating an explosion.
Okay, are you checking for traps?
Yes.
All right, give me a investigation check.
Okay.
Really should have said that before we put the silence bubble
You
up.
can communicate it with gesticulations.
11 and it's 6, so I'll take the 11 plus. Where's the
Wait, what?
investigation? Oh, no, because I have advantage.
Oh right,
Um,
I forgot. Fucking inquisitive rogues.
Yeah. 23.
23. Okay, yeah, it's not trapped, but you don't
Okay.
see an easy way to open it from this side. It looks like it's one of those windows that only opens from the exterior, or the interior rather.
From the exterior.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It only opens from the interior, so you'd either have to find some way of wedging your fingers into it and pulling it open, or you'd have to break the window.
Well, if we're in a silence bubble, breaking the window wouldn't make any noise.
Man, I wish I had my unseen servant.
Oh.
The bubble is covering this wall we're crawling in through, or attempting to crawl in through. So if we make noise getting in, or we would do, it wouldn't make any noise. Like they wouldn't hear anything. So.
Okay.
Unless you have a thing that you can.
No, I'm trying to see if there's any like crowbar-like thing that I have in my
You have a pry bar.
inventory.
You should have a pry bar.
I do have a crowbar. It's in the first page of my inventory.
Yeah, your inventory's a fucking mess, dude.
Listen,
It really is. It's just a hot mess.
I don't know what a python is, but I have 10 of them.
What the fuck is a python?
I don't know.
I
but
think
have
I think a piton is like when you're climbing a rock wall. It's like those little things, like the
Oh.
little foothold things that you like
Yeah.
hammer into the rock.
Okay.
to loop the rope through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you
Okay.
doing? You got a crowbar?
I got a crowbar and I'm gonna try to pry the window open.
Okay. This gives you advantage. Crowbar gives you advantage to strength checks where the crowbar's leverage is applied. So you're gonna have to give me a strength check with advantage to pry the window open.
Yeah, Ellen's
Um,
incredible strength.
Ellen's incredible strength with a 13.
13 total.
Yes. I don't have a modifier.
I mean,
All right.
could Goff use the crowbar?
Yeah. Anybody
Is
can.
it a proficiency thing?
No.
Like a tool? Okay.
It's not. It's just a tool. Ellen, you try to wedge the crowbar in there, and you start trying to leverage a little bit of strength. The woods around the frame of the window splinters a little bit, but you are not able to to move it.
I look at Mido
really-
and then I like do the flexi thing and point and then give the crowbar to her.
Oh, am I doing something strong?
Yeah.
Goff was just standing there.
Okay.
Give me an strength check with advantage as you try to pry the window open.
Strength check, just unskilled.
With advantage.
Don't need advantage.
Ooh! Holy. Okay. You might have wedged the crowbar into the window, and with one swift movement, the window just pops open effortlessly.
I shrug. I'm like We're on the silence thing still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, none
Yeah.
of this that we're
Yeah.
doing is making sound to anyone.
Okay, I'm like, that was like really light. I'm trying to express that in my hand movements, but it's like, oof, that was nothing. I shrug.
Ellen
I
like gives a thumbs up and then hops through
I
the
give you
window.
a golf clap.
A
golf
golf
I've
clap.
got clap.
I got
Oh,
that.
it's when you clap and your hand. It's when you
So-
clap but your hands are really big.
Roscoe follows shortly after and hops through the window. And as you all make your way in, you quietly enter the room as the silence bubble, a little bit of it extends into the room here.
I'm gonna shut the window.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna like sneak across the room to the door.
Okay.
And then do I hear anything at that point?
Give me a perception check. If you're not looking, you have to rely on your ear. Your
Yeah.
hearing.
I rolled a 19 and a 13, so I'll take the 19 and 19 plus. Perception is 9. 28.
28. Okay. You do hear the sound of people moving in the room beyond in the foyer. A couple of them sound fairly close, as if they're on the other side of the door. You can hear whispering going on in the floor below, down the stairs. You hear one person say, "What's our plan?" And you hear another voice, a very familiar voice, say, "Someone's come for the hostages. We're gonna take them out. Keep on your guard."
Fuck.
Ellen turns around and then like taps her forehead and then gestures at the door and then holds the walled-in window up and to the door and then sort of gets out of the way so everyone can see what's through the door along with me.
As you place the walled-in window on the door, you get a visual of the other side. You can see the hallway that extends across the second floor landing, where from your vantage point you can see very clearly one Arcadian guard with his rifle drawn, and he's facing toward the front door of the mansion. You can't quite make out anything else because of your vantage point. The balcony is a little too high up for you to really see what's on the landing below, and you can't see anybody else on the landing from your perspective.
All right.
I'm gonna stick my head out of the silence bubble and just
Okay.
say very quietly into the earring to Ellen, "Ellen, just the entire time we're here, please just look out for anything that might explode or hurt us that is on the ground or in the door frames or, traps in general, please."
I don't. Can she hear you if she's in the bubble?
Ellen's not in the bubble.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Ellen's at the door. We're all still back towards the window, and I stuck my head out of the bubble to say that into the earring.
Okay.
Okay. Ellen nods and gives you a thumbs up. And then quickly just checks the door for a trap.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Yep. Oh, wow.
Oh, boy, here we go.
There's the Mel roll.
All right. It's not trapped.
Okay. Ellen gives a thumbs up for the door. And then like she points to like the image of the guard in the walled-in window, and then she shrugs and then she like makes a throat slitting motion like should we go for it?
Goff just looks at everyone else
Billy,
and just kind of folds his arms, kind of pulling on his beard. "We didn't talk about what we would do when we got in here, but we didn't know what was going on. So
We didn't know what would be in here. And
Has it been communicated that somebody's about to try to ambush us or attack us or whatever?
yes,
I mean, we can notice that there. Ellen
I'm
heard,
showing you guys.
Ellen
I'm,
heard
like,
us, heard them, but we didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm showing you guys like the guy with the
Yeah.
rifle.
So there's a guy pointing. We know there's a guy pointing a gun
pointing
at the
the
front
rifle
door.
at the
but
front door. Yeah.
The conversation you
Oh.
overheard, we didn't hear. You did try to
Okay.
tell us through like a gesture, but
Yeah.
I don't know if
Hopefully you
we.
wouldn't be able to hear her. Yeah.
This is what RP and golf was like for a year.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's hard, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You have
By the
sometimes
way,
you have very
happy 2-year
complicated things you need to
anniversary, y'all.
explain.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
Happy
Did it.
Yay!
Let's hope we celebrate it by not fucking this all up big time.
All right. What do you guys want to do here? You with your current scenario?
We can just.
Are we out of the silence bubble by now?
You can be.
Want to be?
I
I'd
think
say
we're all.
it's probably taking about. I think the silence bubble itself is taking up about a third of the room.
I angled it so that it would only really cover that or climb in the windows.
Okay. Yeah. So then it
would
only
be
takes
taking up
like
a small
5 feet
portion.
of the room.
Yeah, like, you can be in it, but it's not a big part. It's not like it's the whole room silent.
Alright, yeah, Cecil steps out of the silence bubble.
Okay. All right.
And-
As you all get closer to the door, I'm gonna need anyone who approaches that door to make stealth checks.
Alan's gonna like hold up her hands as everyone starts to approach the door, and then just whisper into their earring like, "They know we're here."
But they're facing like the opposite direction, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Well, maybe we should do a bit of a counter ambush.
Who wants invisibility?
Me.
Shh.
So,
Goff will raise his hand.
1, 2, 3. I think
He stands out big time. So
Yeah.
Big time.
big good time.
Big
Big
good
Oh, it's a baseball.
ice
What are you doing?
time.
Okay, so I think that's about the. I think that's about the max amount of people right now that I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that would be a 4th level spell. Okay. Assuming nobody else says anything, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself, Goff, and Mido.
Okay.
Yay.
So
Pagawasanfa.
that. Let me just check. Visibility. That is a verbal spell.
Mm-hmm.
I would need you to make a sleight of hand check if you're close enough to the door, unless you want to do it within the silence bubble.
I don't think I can within the silence bubble, because it's a silence bubble, right?
Does oh right, the silence bubble actually would cancel out the vocal component. You wouldn't be able to cast the spell. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If I mean,
I
I can
think
just
it's
subtle
possible.
spell this shit.
That's true. You can do
So
that.
yeah, I'll spend a sorcery point and subtle spell that shit.
Okay. So the rest of you see your 3 companions fade from view, leaving only kind of like a predator-like chameleon cloak effect where they once were. Ellen, your 8th. What are you doing? Roscoe is getting low to the ground and trying to be as sneaky as possible.
Ellen is gonna do her best to like step silently,
Okay.
and then whisper into her earring like, "Right, on the count of 3, I'm going to shoot him first. Today, if he doesn't go down from that, do your best to take him out."
Don't forget,
Okay.
there might be people watching him. We haven't seen that whole area.
I'm hoping that they're all facing the door because that's where they're expecting us.
Fair.
Give me one moment. I'm gonna do a map but I need to do a little fog of war on it first.
Fog of war.
We're going to have to come out of this door all together, and we're going to have to be fast. There are areas we are unaware of, but there's no way to know about every possible corner. We're just going to have to act as we enter the. This is where things no longer come smooth.
We can do our
Um,
best.
Actually, Headache,
Hmm?
Can you look like that god?
Why would he be in here?
Your wristlet. Okay. I shoot the
would-
god. Hit Aeth. Quickly take his place as he falls.
Uh,
As if he didn't leave all of a sudden due to death.
this seems like
Oh
a
my
very risky
God.
plan, and if
Hold on,
anyone
I'm
even
gonna see
looks,
what's going on with this map.
I'm pretty I think it gets kinda... Isn't there a thing with disguise where I can only be certain height?
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Never
plus the
mind.
blood would fly out, and like people might see that fall down to the lower floor.
They will probably also hear the thump of a falling body, so...
It's
If
just
you
it's so we're not James Bond like.
Okay.
I mean,
feel like
Ellen
if we're
might be,
going-
but
I
I
feel like
won't
if we're
shoot
going to
him.
have a fight, we just need to go and have a fight.
I won't shoot him. I'll stab him and catch his body on the way down.
Right.
All right.
Alright.
I'm like hanging back.
Was
All right,
this
Ellen, what are you doing? That's the one
was
that you
this-
saw.
okay?
Sorry, I meant to put you on the right side, so I just. Yeah. So that's the one that you saw. You guys can decide where you want to stand.
If I is the it hasn't been 5 minutes yet, right?
oh, he's not in front of the door.
No,
on
he's
the-
not in front of the door. He's.
Oh, I thought he was
I-
right in front of the.
You
the
put a
door.
Walden portable thing, I thought, on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it lasts for 5 minutes. So what do I see if I stick it here?
You see. Hold on, let me get the reveal tool out.
Ah,
Makes sense. I thought he was right outside the door. Okay, never mind.
yeah, I definitely thought he was like right outside the door, so we would just open the door and just like get him right away. But no, there's two. Okay.
And moving to the door, if I like gingerly place it on the door.
Like you can't really see a whole lot from your perspective because you've got this big balcony. I would say like you saw maybe this much,
Okay.
like the staircase leading down, but that's about it. You can't really see the lower floor from your perspective.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure there was nobody like in that black square. Okay. Two gods. Oh.
What are you doing?
Alan is just gonna look back at everyone and say, "Well, fight."
Eventually, we're going to have to.
Guns blazing.
That's what I do.
Let's try and bring them down each quickly. Focus them.
All
Reduce
right.
the number of opponents.
Sounds good.
Okay, so as you all step out of the room, I'm going to need each one of you to make a stealth check if you want to maintain a surprise attack.
I am
Okay.
invisible.
I know, but
I'm
you still need to make a
invisible
stealth
too.
check because you can make sound.
What does that mean? Does the invisibility affect anything for my roll?
Invisibility makes it hard for no, it doesn't affect your stealth roll. Invisibility essentially makes it harder to hit you.
Well, it affects. I thought it affected stealth rolls that rely on sight.
Yes, but you would be close enough to them that they could hear you,
Okay.
so it wouldn't affect anything for your stealth roll. It really just makes it at this point where if they tried to attack you, it would be with disadvantage because they can't tell where you are.
I rolled a 29 on stealth.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you head out? How close do you get to the balcony? Because I want to know if I should reveal the rest of the room.
I'm gonna take a peek
Okay.
over here.
As you step up to the balcony, you see the rest of the room. Hold on, I gotta reveal the whole thing.
Look at that shit. Look at that Dick Tracy shit down there.
Are they all
Um,
facing the door?
They're all facing the other way. Shelby is kind of pressed up against the wall with his pistol drawn, and he's looking out one of the windows.
Ellen grins. Just
Okay, Sissel, stealth 15.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Can
Um,
I get to the By the way, is if I'm out here, assuming nothing goes horribly wrong, where are the doors to the other rooms? Are they on the balcony?
No, they're
They're
on the
here,
bottom
I
floor.
think.
Okay.
Is Roscoe joining us out here, or?
Yes, Roscoe is gonna try to join you. Okay, stealth roll. What is his stealth? I think it's like +9, but I have to check. Roscoe. Stealth of +5. I forgot he's not proficient in stealth. But I rolled a 15, so I think he'll be okay. Okay,
I'm
I'd say
currently
you're all,
hanging back a little bit.
yeah, I'd say you're all probably filling out the doorway. I don't think there's really any chance for anybody else to get out.
Okay,
I'd say
Ellen's.
the three of you. I'd say the three of you could get a surprise attack on any number of these guys, and
Yeah.
then we would kick off initiative.
I'm gonna say very quickly, Mido,
Mm,
I know you're going to be mad at me. Please don't move until the fighting has started.
oh god, okay.
I'm not moving either. Just we'll stand still.
Okay.
We have our strengths, they have theirs. Just
Should any of us try and maybe sneak past them while everything's going down and see if we can get to the hostages?
I can do that.
I could
As
also
you're all
try.
discussing this, the three of you are out in the middle, in the open,
Oh.
and you
Oh.
really don't have the luxury of like
Nope, no, we don't.
being tactical
I-
about this. Like they're all
Well,
these guys
me
are
and
on
Mido
edge.
and the
It's
other-
probably only a moment until they notice that you're standing there.
I'm gonna point Roscoe and Sissel to this boy,
Okay.
and then I'll take on this boy.
All right. So I would say the three of you all get a surprise attack on these guards.
Okay.
I do not need my.
So you see Roscoe very quickly lunge toward this guard. He is going to make. You have advantage, by the way, on all attacks.
Oh,
This is-
nice.
I know.
Okay.
So Roscoe is going to make 3 attacks.
Alright. That's a 17. I'm casting Chromatic Orb.
Okay, so
I have
was-
advantage, and
okay, so Roscoe hit all 3 of those attacks.
Yes.
For a total of a 1, and a 5. Cool.
Fuck.
wow.
Well, no, but plus the 15 damage from his modifier. So that's 22 damage to this guard. Sissel, what are you doing?
Chromatic Orb, I got a 17.
17, that hits.
Alright.
That's with advantage.
Yes.
Okay,
Alright,
so roll your
thirty-
what is it, 3d8?
Is that a 3d8 plus 4 because I'm using acid damage?
13 points of damage. As you follow through, seeing Roscoe lunge at this guard, you peek around the corner and fire an orb toward him,
And my
and it
invisibility drops.
splatters across. Yeah, and your invisibility drops. Ellen, what are you doing? You're attacking this guard.
I have an arrow, and I rolled an natural 20.
Okay, so roll your damage and double it. Yeah, we're just gonna go with doubling instead of like having you roll 12d6.
Okay. Okay. The 1d6 was a 6 for the pierce for
So
the
that's
arrow.
12 plus your modifier of
12 plus 5.
12 plus 5. Do you include your +1 to your short bow on that?
Oh yeah. 12 plus 6. Never mind.
So that's 18
So it's-
damage from the short bow, and then do
and then
66 and double it.
66. My 66 was a 20, so that's
Okay,
40.
so that's 40 points of damage. You sweep around the corner and knock an arrow and fire it straight through this guy's abdomen, and he takes an arrow to the gut, and he doubles over in pain, and it's at that moment that he screams out in surprise. At this point, all the other guards swivel around, and you hear Shelby shout, "They're in the mansion, you idiots!"
I wink at him.
At that point, I need all of you to roll initiative.
Hell yeah.
I gotta roll for these.
I love how
guys.
much time we spent on being stealth. We ended up just going in
Well,
guns blazing
I mean,
anyway.
in
I
a,
mean,
in
we
a
got
room
a
like
sneak
this,
attack.
in a room like this, the only person who could feasibly do anything without getting caught is Ellen. But even that's like one person. So it's a room full of people. This house is complicated.
Oh.
Hey, it's okay. I rolled worse than Tarik
Oh,
did.
Roscoe
Uh-oh.
rolled a nat
Oh
20.
no. Oh, Roscoe.
Good boy.
So for the rest of you,
I'm on the room,
4
by
for
the way.
Goff. Okay, so a 4 for
Can I-
Goff.
Can I have said before Ellen snuck in, I like activated my sword?
Yes.
Okay. 'Cause that's
Mido,
it's technically a bonus action, so I just want to say.
Mido has a. Mido, did you roll initiative?
Sorry, no, I did not.
Okay, so Ellen got an 18. And an 18 for Mido.
Oh shit.
All right. Roscoe.
Just thought we were hanging back.
I mean, how much damage was done to the guy Roscoe and Cecil attacked?
A total of. I don't remember.
A lot.
He's a lot, but he's still standing. I mean, the guy that Ellen hit looks pretty bad.
Well, it gave us. I mean, started off a fight with us
Yep.
getting advantage. So
Roscoe is going to make 3 more attacks on this dude. Oh, nat 1. And another nat 1.
what,
Oh.
dude? You gotta use better dice for Roscoe because he's been rolling shit for a while.
Okay, so he only did 8 points of damage because he only landed 1 attack. So this guard who is surprised by this dog that ran up to him, he turns to face him, and Roscoe clocks him once in the jaw. But then the guard brings up his rifle and deflects both of the remainder of Roscoe's attacks. Give me one moment. I'm gonna have to do some trickery here before we get to Detective Shelby's turn. Okay. All right. So, as it gets to Detective Shelby's turn, he shouts, "Ah, you friggin' morons! All right, blow the floor!"
Uh-oh.
As he says so, you see one of the guards off on the first floor pull a detonator out of his pocket, and he presses a button on it. The ground beneath your feet rumbles, and the wooden floor begins to splinter as a violent wave of force, including those of you in the study, sends you up off of your feet and into the air as you start to begin to feel the searing heat from below you, where a dozen bombs seem to go off.
Okay.
Wait,
And
we're on
then-
the second floor and that goes off?
Yes, and then time stops. And you are suspended briefly in midair. And below you, intermingled with the bomb's fiery eruption, there is a bright blue-white light. The walls around you begin to tear, and then you hear a sound like shattering glass as the pocket reality around you fractures.
Oh,
There's a
great.
sudden There's a sudden upward rush of wind, and you are blinded by a white light. And as the light fades, you find yourself still standing within Hawk Estate's foyer, but your surroundings have changed.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
What is this Kingdom Hearts shit?
You fucked it up.
Hello?
You fucked it all up.
I choose the sword.
Holy
That
shit.
is
Well,
actually
I picked the
Detective
staff.
We're fighting in like fucking mega space. What the hell is this?
Mido, it is your turn.
Oh Jesus
You
Christ,
guys are
where
all
am
in
I?
the bottom left.
Oh my God, what do I do? Hello?
Oh, we're all down here.
Yeah.
Hello?
I thought we were gonna be separated.
Are these doors? Or
Those are doors, but they just lead off into empty space. There's just a big blue, purple, white void below you now.
Did they know this was gonna happen? Jesus
No,
Christ.
you actually, as you look across the room and you see a lot of these guards, they're all, a number of them are getting up to their feet, and they look bewildered, and they're looking around each other surprised. You can see Detective Shelby in the distance, who's just kind of holding onto his hat as this interdimensional wind whips through the area, and he is completely, he did not expect this to happen.
Hira just
God,
kind of.
What a dumbass.
No, Hira just
Foolish
kind of.
children.
Hira
you
just kind
actually-
of cups her hands around her mouth and just goes, "You forgot about the pocket dimension, idiot!"
you actually, as you look around and you see these fractured rooms all around, you actually also notice a number of people who look like civilians.
oh
This is
yeah, okay.
problematic.
I
So
know
the
it's not like-
turnaround disappeared.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Oh shit! Because let me see if I can fix that.
You blew up reality.
Thing, Tom.
As we see the hostages, Goff just says, our priority is keeping them alive.
Let me just try something. Can you see it now?
No.
Oh,
No, still no. Why does it do this?
I got an 18. That's
Can you
a
just
lot.
can you because it hasn't disappeared for me. So if you can turn it off and then turn it on again, maybe that'll fix it.
I don't think because they were referring to tokens on the old screen.
Oh, so to redo the whole thing.
Yeah, I can do that.
Well,
real
Roscoe
quick.
was 25.
Yeah, I can do that real quick. Don't worry about
Shelby
it.
was 20, and then after that, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. I did not expect it to do that because Roll20 still has its limitations.
Yeah, broke up. You broke up reality in game and out of game.
Wraith had a 7.
Uh-oh. Wait. Oh,
Goff had a 4.
Goff had a 4.
I had 18.
Alan had
Mito-
18.
Mito had.
18.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it.
Where's the hurt boy?
I'll show you in a minute.
God,
I would
jumping across
like-
these chasms is gonna be nightmare.
I'm gonna jump! Looks like
Okay.
I'm gonna have to jump!
Shelby and the guards. Okay, Shelby.
Never
Guards.
trust
The
dwarf.
guards had an 18. Shelby had a 20.
This is the first I've ever had to zoom out a map.
Right.
I know, right? Okay, who am I missing? Roscoe, and I think one other person. I think I'm missing Sissel as well.
Roscoe was 25.
25. What was Sissel?
Sissel was a 13.
13 for Sissel, and then I just reset the descending order, and we get to the guards. I'm gonna say.
Wait, isn't it my turn?
Oh yeah. Well, we'll say that Mito and Ellen can go first. The guards will go last. So Mito, it is your turn.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Can I... Is this like step overable, or do I have to like walk around it?
What do you mean?
This floorboard here.
You can step over that.
Um,
As you start moving, by the way, you feel a lightness in your step. For the purposes of this combat, as long as you are all within this pocket dimension, your speed is doubled.
Ooh!
Is there any sort of like flight? Like, do we like float or anything, or is gravity still
No, you-
affecting us?
Gravity still affects you.
Okay.
so...
Does the speed
Okay.
enhancement affect jump distance?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I want to jump. How far away is this?
That is. Where's the ruler? That is like a 25 foot jump.
8-foot vertical leap.
What's the Isn't it like for every point of your strength modifier you can jump a certain distance or something?
Yeah, and just double that. So like you
What
can
is
basically
what is
do
it?
a-
Is it like every 5 feet for every point or something?
That's for vertical leap, I think.
Oh.
I think you can for vertical it's like up to your modifier plus some additional number, and then for horizontal leaps it's as long as you have 10 feet of run up speed, you can jump up a number of feet up to your strength score.
My strength
Oh.
score's 20.
Okay, so you can basically while you're in this pocket dimension jump about 40 feet.
Sweet.
yeah, okay, can I do that? I want to jump
my God.
right over here.
Okay, I need you to give me an athletics check, however, as you
Oh
cross
god.
this
If
gap.
if this is how I die the third time, I swear to
Oh,
God.
please don't do that.
Okay. Athletics, please God.
Please don't do that. We don't know if we have your body.
Okay.
Okay.
You very expertly rush up to the side, and as you feel this rush of lightness in your step, you just do like an Olympic-style jump across this chasm as you land with no problem on the other side.
Can I land with a somersault and then I draw my sword
Yes,
after that?
you may.
Cool.
Ellen, the ones that you were attacking on the landing, this one is the one that got really hurt, the one that's kind of like where the alchemy lab was, this one right here. And this one who's guarding this hostage in the game room is the other one that's less hurt, but you also attacked.
Falk.
Yeah?
Can I still attack, or is that my action?
Yeah, you can attack.
Can I move one more square
Yes,
first?
you may.
Okay.
You have essentially like 60 feet of movement right now.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna hit it with the big attack.
Okay, give me your 3 attacks.
Hey, I don't think I added this on. That doesn't hit.
That does not hit. That does just hit.
Ugh.
Okay. Was it?
Roll
So
that.
roll a 2d6.
I forgot. I forgot which ones are my dice.
Oof. Okay.
Big.
So that's 20 points
Oh,
damage
damn.
total so far. That also hits. for an additional 9 plus 7 points of damage. Okay.
Oh,
So
sorry.
you 3-point landing on the side in this dining room, and to your south you see this old-looking gentleman who looks bewildered and is trying to shield himself. And you just focus in on this Arcadian guard who sees you land and whips his rifle around to try to take a shot at you. You immediately lunge forward with your rapier and give 2 quick strikes, searing his plainclothes uniform, as he looks pretty rough now.
The question I wanted to ask was, I forgot how many spell points per level that I get.
You get your current level divided by 3.
Okay.
So, and then you refer to the chart. So, like, basically at level 12, you refer to, you're essentially the equivalent of level 4 on the spell point chart, which means you have 17 spell points, which I think is what you still have, because we round up.
17.
Yeah. So you actually have the right amount. Is that your turn?
I do have the right amount. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought I had that last time, so I don't remember.
I didn't get any more spell points from level 12 either. I stayed at 73, so
Yep.
you
Yep.
probably stayed the same thing.
Yep. Okay. Are you complete with your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Ellen.
Oh my god.
Well,
This is definitely the most interesting battlefield we've had.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
the first thing Ellen is gonna do is
I went
go
back
over-
through all of the old maps from the Hawk Manor and was like, I'm gonna do this shit.
Oh man.
That's why I recognize the skull. Ellen's gonna pull her wings out for
Okay.
120
That's your
feet
action.
of movement, and then this guy is closest to the hostage, so I'm gonna move my insight over.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 23.
Yep, that beats his 18. Okay. So you focus in on this guy. You can see that there's a number of weaknesses that he seems to be holding aside because he just got mauled a little bit by Roscoe before, and he looks completely bewildered. He looks like his guard is down a little bit. And that's your full turn?
Well, first I'm just gonna move my. Well, hang on. I have like. Sorry, where's the ruler?
It looks like a circle now.
Yeah,
Oh.
they changed it a little bit.
There's a bunch of different options now for, yeah. You can snap to corner or do no snapping or snap to
I don't
snap.
even have to dash to do this.
Are you flying over there?
I'm flying over here and just
Okay.
hovering
As
outside.
soon as you fly over the abyss, I need you to make a strength check.
Oh.
A
Ah.
strength.
Because there is a sudden surge of a gravitational pull toward what looks to be a black hole in the center of this pocket dimension.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay.
So let's say that like you stop here essentially, and then I need you to make a strength check.
It's a 15.
With a 15, that is just what you needed to get.
Okay.
So you can complete your movement and get to the other side, but
Okay.
you get the sense that flying in this environment is probably very dangerous.
Fuck.
Thinking face emoji.
I'm just gonna hang out here. Hi, guys.
Ellen's being nerfed by the environment.
Haha, so
I
sad.
have.
Okay.
I am married to the Mouse King.
At this point, the Arcadian guards are gonna go. Let's see. I don't think all of them are within range. So what we'll say is, this one is going to attack Mido, the one that she's currently engaged in. The other two here are going to move forward, and they're going to. You see them loading their rifles as they're going to take shots at Goff.
Quick question: Am I still invisible? Because I didn't do anything to break it.
Oh yeah, you're okay. So they actually don't see you. So they're going to take shots at Sissel and Hiraeth.
It's disadvantage because Sissel's got her
I mean,
cloak
I don't-
displacement.
I don't want
Hiraeth
to.
is invisible too. Hold on. So
Wait,
they actually,
I'm not.
you're not.
I'm pretty
I
sure I
was
wasn't.
It was
Invisible.
Sissel, Mido, and Goff.
Sissel and Mido. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. Okay, so they're gonna fire at Sissel and Hiraeth. Disadvantage on Sissel. And then this one who's guarding this hostage is gonna attack Ellen, as well as I believe probably this one. 85 feet. Is that gonna be? I think that's just outside of his range of his rifle. He can't get you. So this one's gonna fire at you. It's gonna make 2 shots. just get the modifier for that. Okay. So we'll start with Ellen, as this Arcadian guard sees you land, or sees you fly over. He's going to take 2 shots at you. That is not good enough, a 14 and a 15. You just do barrel rolls through the air, dodging bullets left and right. Mito, this one who's you're engaged with, he pulls his short sword out from his sheath, and he's going to make 2 attacks on you. The first is a 24 to hit, and the second is a 11 to hit. So one of those hits you.
Yeah, only one.
So that is going to be 9 points of slashing damage as he strikes you across the one of the more sensitive areas in like the joints of your plate armor. And finally, these last 2 are going to shoot at Hiraeth and Sissel respectively. The one at Sissel is with disadvantage, so that is a 19 and an 18. So that does hit you.
It does, yes.
Yeah. And then for Hiraeth, I'm sorry, Lauren, were you going to say something? Sorry if I cut you off.
How much damage?
9 points of slashing. Yeah. And then for Hiraeth, that is a 18 to hit. Does that hit you?
Yep, it
That
does.
hits. Okay. So with both of these rifle shots, actually, hold on a minute. They're making multi attacks. I forgot about that. So again, for Sissel, the second one is a 23 to hit, and for Hiraeth, the second attack is a 9 to hit.
That misses.
That misses. So Hiraeth, you take from the one shot that hits you, you take 12 points of piercing damage. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I was wrong. The wrong number. Don't ignore that. That's the damage for the sword attack. The rifle attack is a different dice. You actually take 8 points of piercing damage from the rifle, and Sissel, you take a total of 12 points of piercing damage from the 2 rifle attacks, and your displacement ability fades for the time being.
Yep. I have 69 hit points, by the way. I just wanted to mention that.
Nice. Okay, so the guards are going to also back up and try to get out of range of whatever you planned. That brings us to Sissel.
Wait, how much damage did I take again?
You took 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay. Gonna double check something real quick. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Land is. Oh, yeah. Not even a question. I can just
You have
sit.
Stealth Sniper.
I have Spell Sniper. Spell Sniper only applies
doubles the
to
range, doesn't
it dobles the range for stuff that you roll an attack roll for. But it doesn't even matter because Fireball with the staff is 150 feet. So I'm gonna just fuck up these 2 dudes right here.
Oh shit!
Oh
Okay.
fuck!
And yeah, actually, I'm
Fielder.
also going to do a fun thing that I now
Okay.
have. It's called Empowered Spell.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's hold on, I need to reread this.
They both
'cause
fail,
it's-
by the way.
Yay, good. So I can spend a sorcery point to reroll a number of the damage dice up to my charisma modifier, and I must use the new roll. So
Ooh.
my charisma modifier is now a. Jesus, this is a lot of math. My charisma modifier is a 5, so it's going to. I'm gonna.
Can you do that every time you use Empowered Spell?
4, 5,
Like,
yeah.
you
So
can
I'm
roll
gonna,
5
I'm
dice?
gonna, I'm gonna roll, re-roll those 2. So
And the one?
And the 1?
and the 1, yeah.
In the dick?
And the
Thank
dick.
So you reroll
So
4
So you're gonna
times
keep
the 1.
You're gonna keep the 4, the 4 is the 5, the 3, the 6, and one of the 2s.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to.
So you're gonna keep
re-roll-
24 of that damage, and you're gonna reroll 5.
Just like
Six.
add 24 to our 5d6.
Okay. So it's an additional. So in total, that did 38 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Boom.
As a fireball detonates across this platform, this guard immediately goes up in flames and starts shouting and screaming as he topples over the edge.
Ooh.
Oh my god,
Bye, bitch.
that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Imagine if I
Nice.
jumped off and I fell.
This one, it's looking pretty hurt, but he's still going.
Okay. And then Sissel is going to, fuck.
The ball still burns.
The ball still burns. Just kind of sit back over here, I believe.
All right. That brings us to Hiraeth.
For my bonus action first, I am going to get my viola. I'm going to play I'll play the defense song to give everybody +1 AC within. I guess it's like Goff, Sissel,
It's
and
as long as they're
Roscoe.
within 30 feet of you. So if you move out of 30 feet of them, they won't get it anymore.
Okay, well I'm just gonna do that for myself then, because right
Okay.
after that I'm going to cast Dimension Door.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay. Where are you gonna appear?
I am going to go. I won't be able to get myself all the way over there in one go. I'm going to go.
I'm going.
Wait. Okay.
I want to I just want to get myself kind of between this one guy and this
And the
hostage.
guard. The guard and
And
the
I've-
hostage.
And I've
You could keep that fucker off if you try.
I mean, I don't have an action, but
I know.
I like brandish my sunblade and kind of hold it out between them and just kind of give them a look like
That's
you'll
so
move
fun.
first, fucker.
I'm like theater of the minding Hiraeth doing that, and it's just like, boosh, I'm here, fucker.
Yeah, the guard spins around in surprise as you bamf in behind him, and he looks to swing his long rifle out toward you, but since you're so close, he doesn't really get a shot at you. Okay, that brings us to Goff.
I'm invisible.
Yeah,
I don't actually know that I'm here.
Sneaky invisible goth.
What's that?
Sneaky invisible goth.
Oh yeah.
So big, but so
But
invisible.
my movement, unless I dash.
60 feet right now.
So this guy looks pretty fucked up, right?
Yes.
I'm assuming that someone's gonna fuck him up. This guy's dead. How does that guy look?
He looks pretty rough too.
Okay, I'm sure Alan will take care of him. How about the guy Mito's fighting?
Also looks he's kind of hurt, but still.
Okay. I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
Dashing doesn't remove invisibility, right?
No.
Only if you
Okay.
attack or cast a spell.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do my first 60 movement speed.
So every
no, that's a line. Shit. Hold on.
It's fine. every gap that you jump across, you're gonna need to make an athletics check. Just
I
to
know.
FYI to not.
Okay,
plummet
so I need
into
to
the
figure out what my
abyss.
first spot is. So I'm gonna move to there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and make this jump.
Yep. Give me an athletics check.
Alan's not gonna do any more flying over the abyss. Just,
I-
just so everyone knows.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should be doing that. My athletics bonus is 8, so 19.
19 is enough. So
Okay.
you managed to clear that first jump effortlessly.
Okay, so I moved to here. I think it was where I dragged my arrow, and then I'm gonna dash. Oh, can I land there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do another jump.
You
I'm
can go
gonna-
3-point landing.
I'm gonna run. Yeah, I'm gonna jump to the middle platform, kind of eyeing the whole situation, and I'm gonna keep moving.
Yeah, you try to rush and parkour across all this lab equipment. I need you to make an athletics check.
20,
20, yeah, you're fine. You
and I land here.
very expertly land on this platform.
And as I'm doing that, I'm just gonna like. Before I go, I'm gonna say to the earring, I'm moving to the back where Shelby is, and that so people know where I'm going, what I'm doing.
Everyone is
And-
just like, Goth is somewhere.
And I'm taking advantage of this invisibility, and I'm gonna. That's it. I guess that's my turn because I can't
Okay.
act. So
All right, that brings us to the top of the round with Roscoe, who has 120 feet of movement.
Oh my
Holy
god.
fuck!
And with,
without dashing.
wait, hold on a minute. If he used a bonus action, yeah,
Step of the wind.
stab of the wind.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my
gonna go real
god.
fast.
He's so fast.
He could
Roscoe
get-
just like starts
I mean, he could
spinning
get
into like
literally
a
anywhere
Sonic
anyway.
the Hedgehog circle. Just, like,
he doesn't even need to do that. He can just fucking speed all the way over to Shelby. So he's just gonna. You see Roscoe just take off running.
parkour.
Alan, he's gonna jump here first. He's gotta make an athletics check, which is not his specialty. So this
Could it be acrobatic?
Nope.
Oh.
Because
They're
this
not.
is less. This is less about making a landing as it is fighting the gravitational pull of the pocket dimension. So, let's see. Acrobatics.
That's actually bad.
athletics.
Maybe I should have stayed near for Roscoe so people wouldn't fall.
That's a. You see Roscoe as he's mid-jump.
Fuck.
The gravitational pull pulls him down, and he begins plummeting
Oh
down.
fuck!
toward-
Well, that's a problem I'm going to deal with.
So that's
You
that's
said
all
you're
you
going
can
to
do.
deal with it?
Unless
Did you say
somebody
So
else
he-
can.
He starts plummeting toward the black hole, and he starts
Fuck.
yelping.
Ah, damn it!
Uh.
I shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have moved where I moved. Fuck.
And that's all you can do. That's his turn.
Does Sissel have a tool that can deal with that?
So it's gonna do some maneuvering.
Okay.
Okay. So, at count 20,
Oh boy.
you hear a rumbling as this energy seems to emanate out of the black hole in the center of the pocket dimension and strike the undersides of these platforms as they begin to disintegrate away.
Oh no! I'm standing on the edge. Fuck.
So for the purposes of this,
Oh god, it's all bad.
I'm gonna say this clock is now floating in space. That also, yeah.
Oh man,
Oh,
that makes me in a much worse position.
this
That's-
got nasty
yep.
real fast.
So that's as much as that got disintegrated.
How are we gonna get out of here when we, like, this is
Shelby steps up to the side of the platform that he's on, and let's see, who's he close to? Yep, Ellen. You see Shelby hoist what looks to be a large firearm of sorts that looks to be a long tube with a large magazine barrel on the underside. And he points it at you, and you just hear this thump sound as a grenade fires in your direction. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Hang on. 14 plus.
Yeah, you're fine, you beat it.
9.
So as a grenade lands at your feet, you dodge out of the way in time as the fragmentation grenade explodes. You only take half damage. Oh, actually, no, you don't
No,
take any because
I
of
don't
your
take any
evasion.
damage.
So you kind of throw your cloak up to the side as a bunch of shrapnel detonates at your feet. Let's see if the guard is in the way of that too. Does he have to? No, he's out of the range of it.
Ellen just calls over, compensating for something, detective.
Fuck you! And he goes to hide behind this big orrery, and that's his turn. That brings us to Maito. Maitoania.
Lauren's muted.
Lauren is muted.
Lauren is muted. Mito is still here fighting the person. So I'm gonna hit my sword again. My sword.
Okay, do 3 attacks.
Sword.
That does not hit. Don't forget you still have your little cantrip ability.
Fuck! You're right. Can I?
Yeah, neither of those hit though. You still have
Yeah.
one more attack if you want to load it into that.
Yeah, I'll do firebolt.
Okay. That hits. So that one hit. So roll your 2d6 for your rapier, and then what is it? Like 3d10, or I forget how much damage it is at
hold
this
on.
level.
It is.
Should be 3d10 at 11, past level 11.
No, I didn't save it, but that's probably right. 3d10 sounds right.
Most spells
I
like
can-
that upgrade
I
to
can
3
look it up real
dice.
quick. So this is Firebolt.
Yeah.
3d10 above
Firebolt
level 11
is
is 3d10.
3d10. Yes. So roll 3d10 on top of that.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so
Nice.
Maito, as you lance out with your rapier, this guard pulls his short sword up and tries and manages to successfully parry your first 2 attacks. But then you notice, being the expert fencer that you are, you notice a weakness in his defenses, and you strike forward with your rapier. The firebolt that you loaded into your rapier ignites and detonates on his chest as you strike true, and he is thrown clear from the blast and flies over the edge.
Oh fuck.
Bye. Nice. Okay. So I still have movement. I'm gonna go over to the hostage and make sure they're okay.
Okay. You come up upon what looks to be an elderly elven man. He's shivering and looking all around. He's like, "Hey, who are you?"
It's okay. We're gonna be okay. Just stay close.
Okay. All right. Now, if you want to start moving back toward the entrance with him, you can use half your remaining movement to kind of carry him, essentially.
Yes.
But you would have to clear the gap still.
I think I might. I mean, I don't have a lot of movement left, do I?
You only use like
I was
15 feet. You still have 45 feet of movement.
okay. So if I carry him,
You wouldn't be able to get. I would say like. I won't belabor it. Like I'd say like if you want to do carry him and then do an athletics check to jump the gap, you just make it on the other side.
Well, yeah, because you also because I imagine square movement doesn't count for when you make a jump because you need you get the 10 feet and then the jump just carries you as far as the jump will carry you, right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh God. Oh jeez.
Well, I mean, the only option you have is to jump. There's no other ways to get across.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you have a tool that can do something, or
I
someone
don't
casts a
think
spell
so.
on him.
I worry about the hostage if I fuck up this jump, but I'll
Just
do
hold
it.
on tight. I mean,
Alright.
maybe time to you with a rope or something. I don't know.
That would take an action.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh well.
No. Okay, I'm just gonna do it.
Actually, I'd
For
say
now.
with half your remaining movement speed, you'd probably only be able to get up to the edge, so you'd have to jump next turn.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll build up speed next turn.
All right, so we'll say that's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, Ellen. You've just been flipping around in the air and dodging things. Mel, did we lose you?
Probably.
Yeah, we lost Mel.
Oh.
I guess should we just have Ellen act or should we wait?
We can hold it for now.
Because I imagine she would just go after the guy in front of him or her.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, if Ellen attacks this guy, she could very well kill him, and it will determine whether or not he attacks. So that's a thing.
But also he'll get an extra attack because Mel doesn't get to do anything.
Right, that's my
Well,
point.
Yeah. That's
I'm
fine.
gonna say
I'll be right back.
if you want to have Ellen attack, I'll let you make that decision.
I mean, if you don't want us to do it,
Oh, no. It's just that if Ellen kills him, he's obviously not going to have a go, but if I skip Ellen's turn, he will have an attack
Yeah.
and be able to attack.
I mean, I imagine she's just gonna try and remove this guy.
Yeah,
From the
okay.
field. So
We'll say that she takes a shot at him.
maybe she knows. I would say she probably knows that things were like the debris was kind of like, or that the edges were kind of crumbling.
Yes.
So maybe she'll move in a little bit.
Yeah.
don't
So
know.
we'll say she moves up here, and then she's gonna, as close as she can, while still being able to fire, and she's gonna fire her short bow. That definitely hits.
Oh my god! Does she have? Does she have
She fucking deletes this guy.
Whoa!
You see Ellen dart forward, her wings flaring out, and she knocks an arrow and very quickly puts it right through this guy's mouth, and he drops to the ground. And I'm gonna say she probably just moves up to the side of this hostage, and that's gonna be her turn.
Yeah, I don't know how she'll get across. Flying is not very safe. So
Yeah. That brings us to the guards. This one.
God's in such a shitty position right now. Oh man. Oh, fuck. I did not know this would start crumbling. I am in a lot of.
That one
I
moves
don't
over
know what to do
there.
now.
Oh, there's 3 of them already dead. Okay, so that one's gonna move over there and take a shot at Ellen. Take multi-attack. That's a natural 1 and a 9 plus 7. That does not. Neither of those hit. So once again, you see Ellen doing somersaults in midair and dodging all of these bullets that are flying at her. This Arcadian guard up here, who is toe to toe with Hiraeth, you see him pull his short sword out. And he's going to make 2 attacks against you. The first is a 20 to hit.
Sure.
Is that hit?
Yes.
Okay, and the
You
second
know
one
with the
is
AC song?
I only have 18.
okay.
Okay.
The second one is a 9 to hit.
Okay, so that misses.
only one of those hits you. So you, as he strikes you across the chest with his short sword, you only take 6 points of slashing damage.
I have plenty of HP. Don't worry about it.
That brings us to, so there's a Arcadian guard seeing that his friend is being harried by Hiraeth. He is going to move up to the side here and take 2 shots at you.
Okay.
That first one doesn't hit you. That second one's a natural 20.
Okay.
Okay, so that is going to be... Oh, that was a bad roll. 11 points of piercing damage as one of the bullets rips through your shoulder.
Okay.
And that is going to be everything. Let's see if this guy's... Oh, so...
I don't know if we're... I just wanted to interject. I don't know if we're doing anything about the hostages having any action, but, like, could I use a free action to, when I saw all the shit crumbling, to, like, wave for this hostage to, like, take cover, like, behind the furniture or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
she probably would run over here. Goff, actually, you see this guard scanning the area, and he looks in your direction. He kind of peers, and he raises his rifle. And he's going to fire at you with disadvantage because he's noticed you. I rolled a nat 20 on perception. But with disadvantage, unfortunately, I rolled a 17 and a 19. So I'm assuming that hits you.
No.
17 plus 7.
Oh, you rolled. Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be 11 points of piercing damage as one of the bullets manages to rip through your torso a little bit, the side of your torso, and a little bit of blood smears against the ground from your invisible form.
Okay.
And he's going to take cover. And that is the Arcadian Guard's turn. Sissel.
Alright, did I take any damage while I was gone?
No.
Okay. Okay. Sissel sees Roscoe fall and is going to immediately just dive straight after him.
Okay,
Yep, she's...
I need you to make an athletics check.
Okay. That is a... One sec. Athletics... That's a 13.
Unfortunately, that's not enough, as the gravitational pull grabs you as well, and you begin spinning and spinning, and you lose control of your broom, and you are now also being pulled toward the black hole.
Am I anywhere near Roscoe? Can I get a hand on Roscoe at all?
I'd say, as you're being pulled, you can probably grab him, yes.
Okay, if I grab him, how far down are we?
At this point, you're probably about 20 feet down.
Okay. Well... Misty Step isn't Dimension Door. I'm gonna cast Fly on Roscoe regardless.
Okay. So you touch Roscoe, and now that's a concentration spell, so Goff, your invisibility fades.
Yep.
Damn. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I mean, the guy saw me. I wanted to say
Rescuing
something
Folly
funny.
Friends.
No, I know.
All right.
Alright. Am I still on the broom, or do I just have no control over it?
The
right
broom
now?
has basically been ripped from your grasp. You are holding onto it for dear life, not so that you don't lose it, but you are currently not in any position to fly away on it.
Okay. Well, I've cast... regardless, I've cast Fly on Roscoe.
Okay. That brings... is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, that brings us to Hiraeth.
What would the mechanic be if I wanted to push this guy?
That would be a push attack. So...
Is that like a...
That's
is
an
it
actual
athletics or
mechanic.
strength,
Let
or...
me...
I think it's like a contest of strength.
It's a contest, I believe, but let me check.
Yeah, I Google searched it, but it wasn't super definitive.
Push.
Didn't we use this once before when we pushed a guy into a vat of acid?
Yeah, exactly. So this is under combat, actions in combat. Making an attack. Shoving a creature. Here you go. Using the attack action, you can make a special melee attack to shove a creature, either to knock it prone or push it away from you. If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this attack replaces one of them. The target of your shove must be no more than one size larger than you, and it must be within your reach. You make a strength athletics check, contested by the target's strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics check. If you win the contest, you either knock the target prone or push it 5 feet away from you. So I'd say make an athletics check. He's going to contest it.
I have expertise in athletics.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
I've also been rolling like shit all night, so we'll see.
Hooray, a jock.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 19.
Oh my
so
Okay,
god.
you rolled a,
That's
you
a-
net
that's
rolled
a-
a natural 12.
Nice.
So.
That's a 29.
Okay, yep.
Oh,
So,
fuck.
Hiraeth, you see this guy pulling his gun up towards you, and you reach out toward him with both
Can I
your
like
hands and give
say
him a
that I
shove.
just like I like flick my sunblade to like push it to the side and just like kick him?
Yeah. You just give him the old Sparta kick into the abyss. he just goes, "Ah!"
Fuck, it's so fun.
and he just goes flying downward as he is now plummeting toward the black hole.
I'm going to point my sword at this guy, and I'm going to kind of like wipe some of the blood away from my mouth. I'm going to say, "You're next."
He looks at you with wide eyes. And he looks down at his pal and looks back up at you, and he looks to take aim at you, and that's going to be his turn. Or that's
Okay,
going to be. He looks like he's ready to take a shot.
Okay, that was action.
You still have movement and bonus.
Actually, no, I don't want to lose it. I was thinking about throwing the javelin of lightning, but it would fly off into the abyss, and I'd never see it again.
Can you do that?
There's
I-
a hostage still.
Oh no, it only replaces. Right. You still have one extra attack action, by the way, because that push only took place of one of your attacks.
Yeah, but
You could jump
I-
and just to go lightsaber on that guy if you wanted.
oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's a big jump.
Does the difficulty change based on like the distance or for
No.
the? Oh, okay.
But you can only long jump a total of like your strength
My
your
s-
strength score
There's-
doubled essentially,
I
and
don't
it's
wanna
like
do
a
the
35 foot.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my strength, I wouldn't be able to jump.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to
28,
make
so
it.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd be able to make it.
Plus, the hostage would be left behind on that island.
Yeah. Is it like not really within the frame of time to be able to draw my bow? Because I always worry that like it's not really realistic for me to like.
No,
with my
I'd say
weapons.
when you're making attack action, you have to you're essentially committing to an attack with one weapon. You can't kind of.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I will play
Okay, I'm
defense
back
on
in Nani the
myself again.
fuck.
Yeah, bad things are happening with Roscoe and Sissel right now.
Actually, can I use my action to? No, because it has to be an attack. I can't like dodge or anything, right?
That is correct.
Okay. I will just play defense song on myself, and that'll be it.
Okay.
I
That
thought
actually
dodge
will
was an
also
action.
dodge is an
Yeah,
action.
but I did an action to kick that dude off the side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ellen killed this dude and moved over toward the hostage. And that's what I had her do.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Okay. That brings us to Goff.
Goff looks back, realizing how far away everyone is, and regretting his decision a little bit. And he sees that his friends are falling, but there's nothing he can do from this far away. So he just
I'm
says,
just gonna whisper, "Get to Shelby."
Goff's just gonna say, "You can do this, Sissel." And then I'm just gonna move. I'm so zoomed in, I have to like use the ruler all the
Yeah, I
time.
know. It's a big map. You can get up to that guy if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna essentially, I'm just gonna move up to here, and then I'm gonna go. Like, what is this thing next to me? This big skull? Is it like a big
It's
object?
a cathedral. It's
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's the pipe organ.
Okay, so he's got
From
like
the-
taking cover. Okay.
Yeah.
So I run up to like the corner of it,
Okay.
and so then I can see him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to use Grasping Vine to pull him off.
Nice.
Oh my god, the Grasping Vine pulled you off.
Oh my
Oh my god, the Parama pulled you off. I'm gonna I'm gonna try and use that to throw him off the side.
All right. He needs to make a save, doesn't he?
To
To not be.
dexterity
Grasped.
saving throw or be pulled 20 feet directly toward the vine. So I'm gonna
Where are you?
I'm gonna,
where are you
I'm gonna
spawning?
root it. I'm gonna root it. So
Yep.
if I put it there, it can reach out. So yeah, it can reach him if I put it on that platform. So I'm gonna try and pull him.
Into
so
the
that
abyss.
Yeah, so I'm gonna place it like here-ish,
Okay.
and then
And then he
have
has
it
to make a
try and
dex
pull it.
save. What's the DC?
Yeah. It's just my DC, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's
He rolled a 17.
17. Fuck.
Yeah, so he just met it. So he sees the grasping vine coming out, and he dodges out of the way just as it's going for his foot.
Well,
And
if I remember correctly,
he goes to
that's-
reach for his short sword.
if I remember correctly, that's a bonus. It is a bonus action, so I can still hit him. So,
I can push.
I'm gonna say
You can push too, like he's right near the edge.
then I'll try to push.
Push him.
When he dodges the vine, Goff just goes, "Don't be difficult."
Holy shit!
All right.
I don't have time for this, and I'm gonna
Okay.
roll athletics
Don't be
against it.
difficult.
Okay.
Uh,
What'd you roll?
21.
He also rolled a 21.
What does that mean?
I think it goes to the defender.
Oh my god!
He's being difficult.
Was it the
So-
defender or the attacker?
The defender.
Usually it's the defender.
Okay.
Actually, hold on a minute. If it meets
Well,
it, let me check this out, cause like AC.
That's like
when you-
AC,
someone's
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me.
I mean, it probably means he doesn't get pushed. He countered it with the exact number, so it's probably he's probably fine. I don't see why he would.
Who wins ties? That's what I'm gonna look up. For attack rolls, the attacker wins.
Ah!
It's an attack roll?
You are,
Yeah,
it's
it's an
considered
attack
a
roll.
special attack.
Okay, cool.
So-
If you say so.
Yep. So, yeah, he did not.
So I-
he just met it, but it wasn't enough. So,
So I grab him on both sides of his upper arms, and I just throw him.
Oh
his
my-
arms flail in air as he flies backwards, like no, 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 and he flies over the edge. That's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
That
still got a
brings-
vine attached here
Okay.
for what it's worth, but no one else. I'm not gonna use it on the hostages, so I guess it's just
Right.
there.
That brings us to Roscoe.
Who can fly
who is-
now?
He's currently flying, but he's getting dangerously close to the edge of the abyss, and he's going to have to make one last athletics check to try to pull himself out of the gravitational
Come
pull.
on, buddy.
Please use your good dice, Falk.
You see Roscoe
Fuck, dude.
get pulled toward the black hole, and as his body distorts and shifts, he's sucked into it.
What?
Well, let's hope that the black hole goes somewhere nice.
Maybe it leads to Dogland.
Thought Roscoe should have been allowed to do acrobatics. That's my
it's,
protest.
It's
I know
about
the
fighting. It's a
justification.
strength-based thing.
I know.
I know, man. I rolled a 7. Like there was nothing I could do about it. He rolled a 13 total. He needed a 15.
Is he dead?
We don't know.
Your blue hearts tattoo is not pulsing.
Okay, then that's all I need to know.
Oh.
That means that he's alive, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. For a second, I got it mixed up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's how you
Uh,
leave. I don't know.
That brings us to Detective Shelby. Actually, at the top of the round, there's another rumbling, and a streak of purple lightning crackles from above in this abyss. And Harriet, I need you to make a dex save.
Dex is one of my good ones. So that's it's a 14.
that's just enough. It's actually one
Okay.
more than what you needed. So, as this light, this crackling streak of purple lightning crashes down in front of you, you manage to avoid this arcane bolt of energy, and you don't take any damage.
Yay!
It would have been a lot of damage if you got hit. That brings us to Detective Shelby, who, seeing that his guards are falling and that the dimension is collapsing, you see him desperately run around to the other side of this orrery, and he pulls out his pistol and he stands up and he grabs one of the hostages, a little girl, and he puts the pistol to her head and he says, "All right, if I don't get a way out of here, this kid gets it." And that's going to be
And
his
if
turn.
that kid gets it, you're going to die immediately, so don't try anything.
That's going to be his turn. Mido.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Using a child. Anyways, I'm gonna run across this thing.
Okay, you have.
This is my turn.
So you got up to the edge here carrying the guy, by the way, before.
Yeah.
So I need you, as you're carrying him, you have him basically over your shoulder. I need you to make an athletics check as you leap across.
Mido.
You are more than fine as you shrug off the gravitational pull and leap onto the other side with the hostage in tow. So you land right here, and I believe you still have. Actually, let's see. How long was that jump? So that's about 30 feet. That's actually is all of your movement, unless you want to dash.
Wait, I thought the jump carried
The
me.
Yeah, the jump carried you 30 feet, because it's a 30-foot gap. That's 30 feet of movement. That's how it works. You use your movement to jump.
No,
I
I
thought
know
she
that, but I
had
thought we were at
double-
double speed.
You are, but you're carrying the guy, so it's having
okay.
your movement.
Okay.
But you still have an additional 30 if you want to dash. While
No,
holding.
hold on. Where? Oh god, okay. Jesus, how am I gonna get over there?
Where?
Oh, there!
I think you just need to focus on protecting this person you got. I don't know. I guess
Okay.
whatever Mido would do, I guess, or maybe help Sissel.
Or, well, she can't really do anything to help right now.
Oh, I guess not.
Cecil has a last-ditch idea.
I'll just stay with my guy for right now.
Or you could, like, attack this guy and make sure no one else can hurt your boy.
Okay. Yeah, but I'll have to dash across here if I can.
Do it, Mido.
If you put him down, you'd have your full movement again.
Yeah.
You'd be able to do it.
I tell him to. What is this? Is this stairs?
Those are stairs that lead up into nothingness.
Okay.
This is
Trying
the
to think.
doorway. You can actually clearly see on the southern portion here. There's a couple of windows in this doorway, and it looks like the exterior of the mansion. You actually see outside.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him to like either run for cover or head to the door. And then I'm gonna like set him down and leap
Okay.
over here.
Another athletics check.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep, you're fine.
Oh my god.
Damn. So you land pretty effortlessly on the other side.
Right here.
Okay. That's your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Ellen.
Okay. I'm going to, this guy has Mido to deal with now. So I'm going to take a look over here. Actually,
Okay.
Sorry, I'm thinking,
Yes.
okay, sorry.
You have a hostage next to you.
Yeah, I do.
Just letting you know.
I'm going to, I can't pick them up.
You
I-
could. You could try.
I have 0 strength modifier.
All right. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. You make a roll for that.
I know, but it
could
means I
roll.
don't have much.
Okay. All right. You do
Well,
what you,
I mean,
you feel
I
you
mean,
Ellen
how
would
are we
do.
gonna think? I mean, well, I guess I don't know.
Also, how big is how big is the person hostage?
Huh? The
How?
hostage?
Yeah.
He's a middle-aged looking human man.
Oh, that is too much for Ellen to carry. Uh, Ellen's just going to say, "All right, I'm sorry I can't carry you, but I'm very limited right now. Uh, so what she is going to do is she is going to oh no, I never bought concussion arrows. Bollocks.
What are you doing, Mel?
Okay.
Can't keep holding it up.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm just
It's a
gonna.
pretty rough situation, man. To be fair.
It is.
I know it's
I'm
a very
so
rough
scared.
situation, but
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna.
do you want to hold your
scream.
action, and we'll wait until later in the round? to get
Yeah.
to
And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna.
Well,
like,
you can't. You have to either wait until the next. Well, yeah, you can
Oh.
only hold your action or your movement, but not both. So if you want to use your bonus action or your movement, you can, and then just hold your action.
Yeah, I'm not moving. I'm gonna for my bonus action, I'm gonna, I guess, draw my arrow and like point it at Shelby,
Okay.
and then just say the moment and say hit a right. The moment you try do anything to the child, you're dead. Sorry, I just stole Hide's accent. And then I'm gonna insight check him for my bonus action.
All right.
And like,
give me your roll.
that's 19 plus.
Yeah, you beat it. I got an 11.
Okay. Okay, yeah. And then like I'm holding, and the moment he like does anything, any movement to hurt the child, I'm firing.
Okay. That brings us to the guards. This guard has to make a athletics check to try to grapple onto something as he's falling. If he fails, he is basically done for. Yep, he failed. So this guard that Goth kicked off begins plummeting down toward the black hole as well. Actually, he gets sucked up by it, so he is gone.
The suck.
The one that Hiraeth kicked off also fails, so he is also sucked up by the black hole. That leaves this guard, who desperately swings his gun around toward Mido and is going to make 2 shots at you, Mido. That is a 16 and a 19. Neither of those hit you.
Nope.
This one is going to take 2 shots at Hiraeth.
Okay.
That is a 15 and a 17. So
Both
neither of those
miss.
hit you. Okay, so you see the bullets coming, and you basically just hold up your sunblade, and as the bullets hit the blade, they evaporate.
Nice.
That's going to be their turn, as this guard looks to take cover behind the artery. This one seems to... You know what? Seeing he doesn't want to get involved with Mido, so he's going to try to, like, leap across here. Athletics check.
Fail.
That is a failure. He starts
Ugh.
plummeting toward the
Oh
abyss.
no! Rest in peace.
Bye, bitch. You
so-
fucking coward.
That brings us to Sissel.
Okay.
You fight
Question.
Mido, you don't deserve to live.
Question. How far am I from any sort of handhold like this, like the corner of this right here? How far am I away?
You're about 20 feet down.
Can I Misty Step?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna Misty Step and like just Misty Step
Yep.
onto the platform.
Yeah, you're fine. You can do that. No problem.
Okay. I Misty Step up and I'm sorry. I hold up the blue hearts symbol and it's not beating.
That's good.
All right, and
Hopefully he'll take. Well, ooh, should we be sending that many gods down after him?
well, hopefully they'll be too confused to really do anything. I just wanna check and see what else I can take, because that was a bonus action.
You still have your movement. You
I
have
do.
like 60 feet of movement.
Yeah. I want to. Oh, but this is really.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a quick moment to look over a spell thing really quickly. He's holding on to the kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to like move up here. Okay. I'm just gonna shout over to Shelby. You realize the door is that way, right? You're not gonna get anywhere sitting over there.
Okay. And that's your turn.
That's my turn.
Okay. He spits on the ground and he glares at you. That's all he's doing.
Okay.
That brings us to Hiraeth.
So like, can I do like a running jump? Does that add to my like?
No, you have to be able to jump that distance with your strength score.
But doubled.
Yeah, but it's
Is it
like a
doubled?
30-foot gap. Yeah. You double your strength score, so but it's still like there's a 30-foot gap, and I think
Okay.
your max would be like only like 28 or something.
Oh,
2 feet.
Yeah. Sorry.
no. Well,
Actually, hold on a minute.
you have to toss me.
10, 15, 20, 20. I would say it's 25 feet of actual gap, and then you would you'd have to reach out and try to grab the edge. You could do that if you wanted to be risky.
And what? That's like like 2 athletics checks or something.
I'd make it only one.
Okay. I still want to try it because otherwise I gotta use an action. I don't want to do that.
Okay. And don't forget you have if you use your action to dash, you can get more movement.
What does that mean?
Like if you use your action to dash, you're essentially have like
If I was
you'll
gonna
be able
use
to.
my action, I would just dimension door. I'm trying to avoid using it.
No, I know that, but if you use your action to dash, you double your movement speed, so you'd be able to get over there and.
I know. I just don't want to use my action.
Okay.
I want to get over there and use it. So.
Well, if you jump, I'm saying like you would basically grab onto the side. If you're successful, you'd grab onto the side and have to pull yourself up.
Wouldn't that be my move? I guess.
Are you saying that Hiraeth would not be able to get in melee range to
So
do any of her actions?
there's just no way in this situation I can get within melee range and be able to cast a spell. Well, not melee range. I have to get within 60 feet. I want
are
to
you
get on
doing
that
a spell?
platform.
Oh,
I want
okay.
to be able to.
I thought you were trying to hit him
okay,
with a
yeah,
sword.
You know what? How about this? Just give me an athletics check, and depending on what you get, I will see if you just grab onto the side or if you're able to pull yourself up in the same movement.
Okay.
Or
Fuck
if you
me
just-
now. Yeah, that's another natural 19 plus
Oh.
10.
29. Yeah,
What?
no
Yeah.
problem. No fucking problem. You leap across, and although your dwarven legs can't carry you as far as you would have hoped, you grab onto the side, and then with one arm, just lift yourself up
I think
onto
this
the
dice
side.
is weirdly weighted because all I've been getting tonight is 19s and 3s, and they're right
So
next
you
to one
manage to
another.
leap over to this side, and you pull yourself up.
I'm going to cast Hold Person at 3rd. Wait,
Okay. Who are you
4th.
casting it on?
I'm casting it on both of these guys.
Do
One
you need
and
line of
2.
sight because the orrery is going to be in your way?
I mean, probably.
Your movement speed is double, so you can probably move.
But you
over.
can't. No, the movement. Well, so Hiraeth as a dwarf only gets 25 feet of movement. So from here you'd only have another 20 feet of movement. So you could get up to here and do it on Shelby, or you could stay where you are and use it on the guard. But I don't think you could get both.
If I get to like 5, 10, 15, 20. Are these pillars? What are these?
Those are just little pedestals. They're nothing. You can see over them.
So, like, I cannot see both this guy and this guy?
Um,
Because, like, isn't this thing in the
how
air?
how far did you move down? It's
This was 20 feet.
hold on. 20 feet would put you 1 square further down. If you move 1 square further down, I'd say you'd be able to see both of them.
Okay, I want to cast Hold Person at 4th level and hold both of them.
Okay. Whole person is a 2nd level spell.
Oh, well,
So you
then
have to cast it at
third
third.
person. Third level, yeah.
Third person.
Third person that
third
hold
person
level.
shooter.
What is the DC?
Or fight.
It went up recently, so...
Well, the
it's-
guard got a natural 20, so he's not going to be held.
Well, whatever.
But
The
Shelby,
It's a 17, my DC.
Shelby. What is your wisdom modifier? That is a big fat 6 total, so he fails.
Woohoo! Is held.
You see Shelby's body suddenly lock up, and he looks like he's trying to like move his hand and pull the trigger button. He can't. He's completely seized up. His
Can Alan
hand
take
is
this opportunity
hand is
to
still gripped
fire?
around the girl. Yeah, you can. What do you wish to do?
To fire.
Okay.
He's
Is there
paralyzed,
advantage?
by
And he's
the way.
paralyzed, so
Like-
you have advantage.
He still has the girl in his grip, though.
He
Yeah,
does
but
still have the
Ellen's
girl in his grip, but he can't do
sharpshooter.
anything.
Doesn't that, like, bypass a lot of that shit?
Yeah, the girl's small enough that he's not really
I-
using her as a human
I'm
shield.
asking for my own purposes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still- His hand's still gripped around her shoulder, the fabric at her shoulder. So
goodness.
hold person paralyzes him, which I believe, I don't know if it affects range attacks. I know what melee attacks it gives you. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet. So no. Attack rolls do have advantage though, so you do get advantage on the attack.
Okay. That's good because I rolled a 1 and a 14.
14 plus
14 plus 10.
that hits.
Perfect. And then, oh god, my d6 plus 6. Well, that's a 1 plus 6, that's a 7.
That's
And then-
okay.
66. 15.
15 total. Okay. Detective Shelby grimaces in pain as an arrow rips through his shoulder blade and sails past his ear, and blood kind of splatters the hostage next to him a little bit.
Like he's gonna
Ooh,
have some
sorry.
trauma.
Okay, is that your?
And
that's both Hiraeth and your held action.
Yes.
Yes.
Hiraeth, is there anything else you wish to do? You have a bonus action?
I will... No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Actually, I'll cast song just cause.
Okay.
And then that's it.
Sure. Okay,
What
Goff.
song? Sorry?
The defense song
Okay.
for extra AC.
Well,
All
I
right,
don't
Goff,
think
it is your
it-
turn.
Okay. If I get over there and I wanted to free the girl from his grasp, what would that require?
It wouldn't require anything. He's paralyzed. He can't do shit to contest you. You automatically fail strength-based checks.
Could I?
Strength and dexterity.
Yeah. So if you leapt over there, you could basically
Does
just
he?
take the girl from his grasp.
Have we gotten the implication that he knows anything important at this point, or is he basically?
You
just
don't
a
know.
pawn?
You don't know. You don't know.
Hmm. Fuck him, honestly. I mean, if he's paralyzed, couldn't I just like throw him over the edge and he couldn't resist it?
Yep.
No, he literally automatically fails.
He literally automatically fails, so you could just grapple him and walk him off the edge and then throw him down there.
Yeah. Hey everyone. As I start moving, I say, "Do we want him alive?"
I personally don't care anymore.
I don't.
I think he's an asshole.
Very well. And then Goff's going to
Make sure
Jump
you tell
over.
him he should have stayed in jail. It was safer there.
He's not going to say that, but he's going to jump
I
across.
need to give me a athletics check, please.
16. 16.
Yeah, it's just enough, dude. One more than what you needed.
I know.
So you leap
This
across.
is exactly why Ellen is not moving.
I'm gonna
from
leap
the
across, and I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna gently get his arm off of the girl.
Yeah, you release the girl from his grasp, and then you just hoist him up by
and
the
I'm gonna
collar
grab
of
him, and
his
I'm gonna say,
trench coat.
"You're a disgrace. Verna would be so disappointed in you." And I'm gonna throw him just over the side.
Okay, so you
Oh,
Like
grab
I'm
him.
gonna like hurl him so he doesn't have a chance to grab on.
Okay, so he can't do anything. So you hoist him up by his the collar of his coat and raise him up in the air to meet your eyes, and he is completely locked up in this grimace as you turn and you say what you said, and you turn and just chuck him over the edge.
Long live the king.
And
was that-
you just see Detective Shelby's paralyzed body wordlessly plummeting into the abyss.
He
Prison was safe
so that was
for
that
you.
my action?
That was your action, yes.
Would it count? So if I wanted to like try and pick up these hostages, would that be another action?
I'm going to allow you to do that as part of your movement because you can just kind of grab
Okay.
them. And, but
How
you would,
how easy is it for me to pick them up?
one's a small girl and the other is a sort of middle-aged woman,
Okay.
or actually a fairly young woman, like maybe like in her 30s. You could easily pick both of them up given your strength.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to them and say, "I know this is a mess. Just trust us." And I'm gonna I'm gonna try and like heave them both over my shoulders.
Okay, so you pick them both up and you put them both on your shoulders. They're small against your large Goliath frame, and you still have some movement, I think, but you're at half speed while you're carrying them.
Okay.
So you
if
went
my
25
if my
feet.
movement is doubled, and then reduced to half because of
So you had 60 feet. You used 25, which
so
would
now
mean
I
you'd
only
have
have 35
35
left.
which would mean you'd have 35 feet left, and then divide that by 2. You have 17 feet that you can move with them.
Oh, okay. So 15.
Yeah, so you could basically get
17.
them to here.
So I'm gonna start carrying them. Wait, where was I? Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
can get
start
them there.
carrying them towards that edge,
Okay. All right.
and then I'm gonna say, "Horace, don't forget about the other one," pointing towards the woman that's still back in the corner.
And then I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
whisper into my earring, I am not good with lifting humans.
Well, where are we taking them first? How are we getting out of here?
The door.
Is the door still
Oh,
an
there's a
exit?
door?
The door is still an exit, yes.
Oh, you mean here?
The foyer, yeah, the one at the very
Okay.
bottom of the map.
Okay.
The front door.
Sure, sure.
But also don't forget that last boy who is not old.
The one that's
Yeah,
top
this
left.
guy's still active. This hostage is still active. I'd say she is gonna move to the edge, and she looks very scared. And
I'm going to kind of gesture for her to get away from the edge.
well, she's worried that this place is gonna collapse soon, so she's kind of like,
I'm going to
she's-
yell, hold on, I'm coming to get you.
Okay, she nods towards you. The fright is palpable on her face. That brings us to the top of the round. Roscoe has been taken into the black hole. At the top of the round, more bolts of energy strike the platforms. I'm gonna have to roll to see which ones it takes because at this point everyone's kind of on everything, and it could be pretty messy depending on which one evaporates. Okay, so I'm gonna say, let me just number these real quick. Just say like this is a 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh
This
boy.
is 5. This is 6. So I'll roll a d6. Okay.
Is the whole thing going?
That much.
Oh Jesus!
Whew.
Ooh.
Ellen is just
Golly.
okay. Okay.
Detective Shelby is his turn as he's plummeting toward the abyss. For number one, I have to see if he can shake this. Nope, that's a 12. So he's still
His help.
paralyzed, plummeting toward the abyss, and now he automatically fails athletic strength checks, and you see his body stretch out into a singularity as he's pulled into the black hole, and he disappears. That brings us to Maito.
Well, do you top that?
This hostage is moving toward the door.
This one?
The one, yeah, that he's moving toward.
Uh, Goff says, Maito, try to help Ellen.
Please.
Oh, okay, there you are. Oh,
I'm not
jeez.
strong.
Oh, God. Okay. Alright, and I have to jump across here now?
Yep.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Alright, well, here I go again on my own.
Give me a athletics check.
Oh,
Yeah, you're good.
Uh,
Oh, that one was a
Down the
little
only
close,
road
though.
I've ever known. Okay, what am I
Uh,
doing, Alan? What do you need? Do I need to carry?
Please.
Okay.
I'm not strong.
I'll go over to him and I'll pick him up. I don't know how much movement I have left, actually. Where's the ruler?
So you started.
I started
there?
here.
Okay, so that was 35 feet. If you get up to him, that'll
That's
be
also 60.
that'll be your full movement.
Okay, I'll get to him and I'll pick him up.
Okay, you
Thank
can
you.
use your action to dash and use 30 feet of movement to at least get up to the edge.
Do not go to the edge.
Do not?
Because the edges are occasionally like falling off.
Oh, okay. I'll just stay
Don't-
here then.
All right,
Wait.
all right. Ellen, what are you doing?
Okay. I'm just gonna insight check the last guy. What does he look? What does he look like he's doing?
He looks really scared, seeing that his boss just went over the edge, and he's looking desperate, looking to try to find a way out.
do you surrender?
Yeah, I'm just gonna call. Hey, if you want to live, head for the door. And I'm just gonna go.
Tell him to throw away his weapon!
Also, throw away. You're closer.
Throw away your weapon!
They come persuasion check with advantage. 'Cause you're both
A
shouting.
persuasion.
No, Ellen will have to make it because
Oh.
Ellen, you're
Okay.
insisting, which is why it's with
Aw.
advantage.
No, that
No
makes
flexing
sense.
for Wraith right now.
That's
unfortunately.
It's a 19 plus.
Oh my god.
I mean,
With advantage.
Yeah.
It's a very persuasive argument.
It was
Okay.
either 3 or 19.
All right. So,
And
what's the
thank you
rest
for
of
the
your
advantage.
movement? Before we resolve that, on his turn, what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna like, okay, wish me luck, and I'm gonna like, do my best to flap.
Okay. And you to
I'm
make,
gonna have to do it eventually.
why not just do it across a smaller gap? Or does that affect anything?
it doesn't affect
It-
anything.
Oh, okay.
Because then,
Uh,
like, yeah, it doesn't make.
Okay,
so
okay.
you're gonna
Is
have to
it-
make-
Strength or like athletics? Not that it
Athletics.
matters because it's it's still a 0. It's but I
Chances
feel
aren't great.
better. Oh god, it's a 16.
That's enough, man. You make it.
Oh.
Alvin is like panting on the other side.
You
onto
have
the
120 feet of movement right now, don't you?
line. I know, but
So you can
Ellen
zoom
is-
right toward the exit if you want.
Ellen is just gonna like
Okay.
stand there with her bow so she can, just in case.
Okay.
This reminds me of those maps in Fire Emblem where you have to get everybody to escape.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh god, don't even.
This is a nightmare. I'm having so much
but
anxiety.
we also have NPC like the green units, and we get a
Oh.
bonus if we
Alright,
have them all
alright.
escape.
So that brings us to the
Like the-
Arcadian soldier's turn. This guy who's
The
still
one.
plummeting. No, there's
Oh,
one
well,
plummeting.
yeah, I guess.
He actually manages to fight off of the gravitational pull, and as he's plummeting off the edge, he grabs onto the side, so he's actually not falling into the abyss. This one, on the other hand, he looks toward Hiraeth, and then he looks toward Ellen, and he throws his rifle down on the ground, and he's gonna book it toward the exit.
Alright.
I think he can't quite make that. I don't think, but he'll give it a shot. He'll use his dash
jeez.
action. He's gonna use his dash action to try to jump across. That just makes it. So he manages to get across. So that was how many feet of movement? So that was 75. So he's got if he's dashing, he's got another 45.
What?
So he is gonna book it toward here, and that's his turn. And that brings us to Sissel.
Okay. First I shout to Drive, if you can get that other one, I'm going to make a bridge. And from here down to... Yeah, I can just make it. I'm going to make a wall of force bridge.
Oh shit!
Oh!
All the way down here. And I'm going
That's
to...
right.
I'm going to direct Gotham the others to... It's about 10 feet. It's about 10 feet wide, but go over that way, and you can cross. And that's my turn.
Come over. You're not gonna move?
Yeah. Sissel's going to cross their own goddamn bridge.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna try and
Kind
like.
of blending in with the background.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a little line just to kind of detail where this fucking thing is.
So I'd say with your movement, you can get about here
Okay.
while running across. You don't have to make any athletics checks. You can just go.
Yep.
Yep. So that's where you go.
Yep.
Your eighth.
Okay. Bridge over there.
The bridge is there. The hostage is here.
So I want to try to make that jump again.
Oh, this-
Okay.
Okay. Okay,
Uh,
guys.
Give me an athletics check.
Don't
believe in
fuck
you.
me
Come
now.
on, Jock.
Come on,
Come on,
Chuck.
come on, big shot.
16.
That's enough. Yeah,
Okay,
you make it.
yay.
So
Can
Varsity
I like land
camp.
about here?
Yep.
Do
So
I have enough
that'll.
movement to get next to her?
So you went about 40 feet. Yeah, you have enough to get next to her.
Okay, so I kind of want to like, kind of gently hold on to her and kind of like get her to calm down and hold on to me, and I'm going to cast Dimension Door.
All right. Where are you landing?
It's
I-
seen it-
I
the
want to
MVP
land
of
right,
this.
like, Dimension Door's distance is fucking redonkulous, so I just
It's
want to
like
go
600
right.
feet.
Yeah, I just want to go right to the door.
All right.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa, whoa! I'm
What?
flying around!
What's happening?
I was like dragging her, and, like the camera would go in the opposite direction, so it was really,
Oh.
oh, it's doing
That's
it again.
weird.
Oh,
Okay.
what's happening?
Here, I'll move it for you. There you
Thank
go.
you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That brings us to Goff.
I want to be right here, though. Well, no, that's fine.
Okay. So I have double movement with dash. Oh no, I'm halved because of the people, so I
Right.
can only
So
move
you
60.
can only move 60 feet, which will get you. Yeah, about halfway across the bridge.
So I'm gonna move. Was it here? I didn't really.
Yeah. So I'll move them with you.
Oh, it's like one extra. It's like one more further down. So I'm gonna yeah. Yeah. And while I'm doing that, oh, I dashed. Shit.
Yeah, that's all you can do. That's your action. You have a bonus action still.
No, I wanted to use an action. Well,
Fortunately,
it's
that's
more
all you
important
can
to get to the safety. Okay, that's it.
Okay. At the top of the round.
You're just gonna say, "Good thinking, Sissel."
Mhm.
And that's all. That's it.
At the top of the round, more of the tendrils of energy start grasping at the platforms again. You see.
God, if it's platform 5, we're fucked.
You see.
I know I'm on the bridge.
This entire platform just drop off.
Which one?
Oh, it's a
top
good
left.
thing you did that dimension door.
Oh shit!
Ah!
Oh god! Okay,
We're all falling! It's all good, we're good.
it's all gone.
Okay, we're good. We're
Jesus.
good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Okay. And now it's Mito's turn.
Well, shit. Now there's a guy in my way over here. This guy.
What?
Oh. I mean,
Oh, what?
Huh?
Where'd he come
what are you
from?
talking about?
Oh no, he's
running.
surrendered to us, and he's running for.
Yeah, we're
He's
letting
running.
him escape because he's surrendered.
Oh, okay.
He threw
Sorry.
his weapon away.
Everything just happened so much, especially with the map. Okay, I thought that was a different. Okay. All right. So let's see. I got the hostage with me. So this is.
So you get basically with a dash, you can move 60 feet,
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
which will get.
And
I'm gonna say it'll get you to the staircase,
Oh,
If
jump
you-
here?
Oh, you're doing the
okay.
big one.
unless you want to do the big one. I mean, like, where do you want to go?
I mean,
thought it was-
the strength will be the check will be the same regardless of where you.
Okay,
jump.
yeah. It'll be the regardless. So where do you want to jump to?
I guess do the one
Oh
closest.
God, I'll do the. Check will be the same.
Well,
Yeah.
it won't. The difficulty isn't any different because Falk said you can jump even if the one's a little bit longer of a jump. It won't make it any harder to do
So
it
I could jump it here. Is
Yeah,
that what you're
with the
saying?
same
I'm gonna,
difficulty.
I'm gonna
yeah.
give you that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Oh Jesus Christ!
All right, give me an athletics check.
This is gonna be the one I fail.
No,
Uh,
Please don't say that.
Oh.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh my god, the 10 over there. That scared me for a second.
So
I saw the
you
red
jump,
board.
you jump across, and
Big
this
jump.
man is flailing his arms as he's you're holding him over his shoulder. My word.
Shut up back there.
And that's
No
that's-
backseat driving.
that I'm gonna say is all the movement you have.
As they land, I'm just gonna say
I'm
you're
gonna
safe
set
now.
him down and tell him to run to the door.
All right. That brings us to Ellen. As this hostage begins booking it toward the door.
I'm just gonna watch for this last guard. If he tries anything funny, just in case he tries anything funny, I'm gonna use
Okay.
an insight check on him.
All right.
That's-
He's this one.
yeah. Oh, he's
hanging
not
on the
even.
edge. You can't even see him.
Okay,
yet.
I can't even see him. Okay, did I see his hand snatch up?
Yes.
Okay, I'm-
Well, with your passive perception, yeah. Well, what is your passive perception?
19.
Is it? Wow. Okay. Yeah. You see it.
Okay, I'm just gonna watch because I know he hasn't surrendered, and I don't want any funny business.
Oh, shit, your passive investigation is 22. Jesus.
If
Yep,
if
okay.
he tries anything funny, I'm shooting
All right. That
with an
brings us,
explosive arrow.
that brings us to the
Oh.
Arcadian guard's turns. This one, he I don't think he got the message from Sissel. So he's kind of like runs up to the edge. He doesn't realize that there's a. Well,
Oh.
maybe. Well, let's see if he's smart enough because in all this
Yeah.
hecticness.
I
you know,
mean,
he
I
saw
kind of
Sissel run
shouted
across
it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's he rolled an at 20, so he's fine. He realizes he can run across that. So we'll say with his dash, he can get to the exit.
You are gonna live, but you're gonna get arrested. You're going to jail. You're going to jail, or else.
This one pulls himself up back onto the side here, and he looks at this whole situation. He looks around himself. He sees everything collapsing, and he's gonna book it. Throws his gun down.
Okay.
Yep, with a
Can't shoot
dash.
the void.
With a dash, he gets to the door as well.
Good.
That brings us to Sissel.
Okay.
It's basically just Goff at this point. And the
Yeah,
other two hostages.
Sissel's gonna go to the door, but just
You can
linger
probably
to-
put them down at this point, and they can run across themselves, Goff.
Okay. As
Yeah.
long, I mean, I'll make sure
then
to be
at
close
least
behind
all
them.
three of you can get to the door in a dash
Yeah.
action.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll put them ahead of me so that if in case they fall, I can grab them.
Yeah, Sissel's just gonna go to by the door and linger to make sure that everybody else has gotten out. All right.
Okay. All right. Here, Eighth. You're already at the door.
I guess I will just, shepherd the hostage with me and go through it.
Okay. So you make your way outside where you see Jack running up the dirt path. Brings us to Goff.
Okay. When do these hostages move? Like, could they say they've already run ahead?
I can say they'll move on your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna put them down and say go, and
Okay.
let
And
them move up.
They both run for it.
and,
The little girl has shorter feet, so she doesn't get as far. But like her mother
Okay.
is with her and basically is grabbing her by the arm and
I'm gonna move.
and moving her along.
So I'm not weighted down anymore,
No,
so I
you
can't.
can
I'm
move
not
full
gonna.
movement.
I can, but I'm not gonna dash because I'm gonna cast an action. I'm gonna
Okay.
cast sending.
Okay. You can
I'm gonna
get.
cast sending, and I'm
Okay.
gonna say to Roscoe.
Does sending happen
It
across
goes
dimensions?
It crosses dimensions if it's on a different plane than me. If he's on a different plane, there's a 5% chance it'll fail. So I guess if you roll like a 1 on the dice,
I gotta roll I'm gonna have to roll like. Yeah. Okay.
does it work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll the net.
I'm gonna send him, you sending him Roscoe and just say, Roscoe, I'm sorry. Where are you? Please tell me you're safe.
Everything is white and full of stars.
Oh no.
Help!
What did he say?
Help me!
Oh,
I don't know where I am.
Goff's gonna he's gonna move. Where did I move to? Wait, oh.
You never moved.
He's gonna move near the towards the edge of the bridge, and as he gets the response from Roscoe, he's gonna say, he's gonna stop, slow down, and he's gonna say, "Get them out of here."
Goff, what are you doing?
I can't. I have to protect it. And he's gonna jump off the edge.
Holy shit!
Don't forget fly!
Oh shit.
You all watch as Goff leaps off of the wall of Force Bridge and plummets down toward the black hole in the center of the pocket dimension. And as he gets closer,
And he says, as he's flying, he says, "Aldeth, forgive me."
as he gets closer, his body begins to stretch out, and Goff, it doesn't hurt. As you plummet down into the black hole in the center of the pocket dimension, and your vision goes dark.
Oh god.
Just dark, and that's it.
I'll get to you. I'll tell you what you see in a bit once this is concluded. Brings us to Mito and Ellen. I'd say at this point you just saw Goff leap off into the black hole.
Ellen looks at Mito after him.
Yeah.
Don't you
I'm
dare!
not
what
diving.
the fuck are you guys doing? Anna's going to die. We don't have time to go fuck around in other dimensions. We might not be able to get back.
What
Mito,
about Goff?
Mito, you're strong. I'm the one with the investigative skills.
I'll go. You go.
I-
I'm gonna go down there.
I grasp her arm and say, "Go," and then I run.
Oh
Goff did something stupid. That doesn't mean you guys have to do something stupid too. I swear to God, I'm going to freeze you if you try to jump.
What are you doing, Mito?
I don't know. I don't know. Like as a character, she would dive in, but I don't know. As me.
As character, then
Yes.
You could leave it up to a dice roll. If you want to roll a
Oh.
dice.
I don't know. Mito wouldn't have thought about this. She just dove right in.
If that's what Mito would do, then
Yeah,
Think
that's
you know
what
what to
that's
do.
what your character would do.
Yeah, that's what she's gonna do.
Holy shit.
Ellen's already given her like a tearful speech and clasped her arm.
so
I
Mito,
don't suppose I have like. I don't know if this is still combat. Like,
It
do I
is.
wait?
it
Okay.
is still combat. I'd say you don't really have an action at this point. Mito, you're jumping in.
Yeah.
All right. You do a swan dive off the edge of this staircase and dive down toward the black hole below. Your body stretches out as it is absorbed by the blackness, and your vision goes black.
Cool. Dab.
As you go in.
Oh my fucking
That'd be so
God.
fucking mood killer if she dabbed before as she was falling.
That would be incredibly on brand.
Fucking believe this, you guys.
Like she looks like after Hera gives that
Look,
really
man,
emotional
you-
speech.
I-
She just dabs and jumps in.
I don't know if I just made a huge mistake, but you said, because you had Roscoe say "help me," you fucked me over. I couldn't.
know, man.
I could not listen. I don't know if I'm dead or what, but I had to do it. I'm sorry. It was in Goth's character. He had to do it.
I know.
Maybe I'm dead now, but
All right. So the remaining three of you, the two Arcadian guards run out,
All right,
and the rest.
okay,
I'm gonna say the rest of you also.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rush out.
let's head out. Sissel, start drawing your first circle. We need to get the hostages to Arcadia as fast as we can.
I guess so.
Okay.
Hiraeth is cursing extremely loudly. She's
is the-
fucking
You see,
pissed.
I'm sorry.
you see, um, you see Jack running up the path, and he sees there's less of you, and he says, "What the hell happened in there?"
Shit got real!
Actually, as you are all running away from the house, you hear a crackling of thunder, and you see flashes of purple and blue light. As you all rush away from the scene, the entire mansion begins to collapse in on itself like a collapsing star, and it gets sucked up into a single point of light and disappears, leaving only an empty hole where the foundations of the Hawk estate used to be.
Oh my god.
This is what happens when a lunatic decides to detonate a bomb in an unstable dimension.
You are all standing around, the three of you that remain are standing around in the pouring rain. Three of your allies have.
Will Sissel's chalk work in the rain?
We have to go
It's
somewhere
it's
dry,
very
probably.
it's very high quality chalk. It's very fancy chalk.
It's
You
waterproof.
may, I mean, there's like mud. You may have to go somewhere else to use it. But
I think if it's waterproof, it would be a pastel.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get to the nearest rock surface or like rock, stone, dirt, something that's not
Paved.
like the nearest like paved surface, and Sissel's just gonna start drawing.
All right. The two.
And her hands are shaking a little bit.
I'm gonna say in the course of this, the two Arcadian guards are gonna try to flee.
Where do you think you're going?
They're booking it. They're not listening to
I'm
you.
going
They're
to
just
cast Hold
running.
Person.
All right.
At third level.
3rd level.
Uh,
I
one got a
lost
nat-
how many points I had because they
Oh,
went
yeah.
back
Let
up
me
again.
let me move the old tokens. Let me move the tokens from that map over. At least the ones that didn't jump into a black hole.
Listen.
Okay, so those are your.
Ellen was absolutely ready to dive in.
So
No,
one
Alan's too smart.
One got a nat 20 and one failed. So you see one of them continuing to book it while the other one freezes up and he falls
Do
over
I-
like a statue.
Do I like? Is this like? Can I do another action? Do I gotta wait?
At this point, he's probably too. What's the range on whole person?
I mean, I wasn't going to hold person. I was going to shoot him.
What? Okay, what's the range on your crossbow?
I don't know how far away is he.
At this point, I'd say he's probably using his full action to dash, which means he's probably about 90 feet away.
I'm going to throw the javelin of lightning at him because
Okay.
I'm pissed off.
All right, I'm gonna say this is the one that was previously injured.
This is 120 feet, so this is within its range.
Yes. So
He has
make
to
an
make
attack roll.
a DC 13.
No. Oh, I thought that
Each creature in the
if
range.
he's the
Oh
target.
no, he's the last one. You're right.
So you can. Make a roll.
That is a 18 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
So that is.
So roll the javelin damage plus the lightning damage.
Finding out what all that is again. I have to check every time I use this.
yeah, sorry
So-
if I killed myself, everybody. I acted in the moment.
I mean,
Roscoe didn't die, so
I'm deeply impressed because
I
that
did not
image
expect this.
that image I posted in Wiggle is normally the face that Sissel makes Goff make. Goff made Sissel make that expression, and it takes a lot for that to happen.
So 15
Oh my
points.
So 15 points total. Okay. Hiraeth, as you toss the javelin into the air, it immediately transforms into a crackling bolt of lightning, sizzling the rain around it, as it streaks through the air and strikes the fleeing guard in the back. That combined with the fact that he is already soaked by the rain that's coming down, he immediately seizes up as electricity surges through his body, and he collapses to the ground, his lifeless form smoking.
I'm going to
Um,
walk over and get my javelin back and walk right in front of the dude that's held, and I'm going to look right in his eyes and I'm going to say, "You want to run now?" And I'm
He
going to
looks-
unfreeze him.
He
Stay.
collapses to the ground, and just breathing heavily.
Ellen like glides out of the night air on like her bat wings, just says, "Well, we will need you to come with us."
As the three of you are standing there, there's a woman that was with the child that Goff rescued approaches, and she says, "Thank you so much. I didn't think anyone would come for us."
Of course. It's. Do you know who? We're going to get you straight to Arcadia. Our caster there is just drawing up a circle, so you'll be able. We'll be there in less than a minute.
Thank you.
Of course. Do you know who did this?
What do you mean? We were taken in the middle of the night. I'm sorry, I don't.
Of course. And then I look at the guard and say, "Do you know where your orders came from?"
I'm going to glare at him.
The detective, Shelby.
Do you know where he got his orders?
No,
Hmm.
he said he had a meeting. Someone came to the mansion, but none of us were allowed to see who he met with.
Insight check of 18 plus.
He's not lying.
Okay. Well, you do know that Detective Shelby had been arrested for fraudulently for being a part of the cult of Gonador, don't you?
I don't know what that is.
I mean, I assume you know that you are keeping hostages. That's what these are. You know who
Yes.
they are.
Yes, it was from his orders.
Why did you think that was on your city guard? Why did you think that was
Because-
something you should listen to?
Because the captain told us in his absence we should listen to Detective Shelby.
Just following orders then, huh?
Paid well. Kind of looks
Cuckoo,
away.
ask the hostages. Cuckoo.
We did.
They didn't. None of them. You asked them if they
Yeah.
saw anything. It was just
They
one
said they
person.
were-
We can ask
I
the
assume
rest.
they're
I'm
all.
not there, I
I
shouldn't-
assume they're all in a group.
No, they're not.
Oh, okay.
Let's-
Ellen's just going to say, well,
That was something that Jack suggested that they might know something. So that's why I'm kind of.
you,
I don't.
you are aware, though, that there's a big trial going on right now in Arcadia. Aren't you?
Of course.
You know these people are related to the justices on that trial.
I told you it was a very good paycheck.
Let's
Kinda
get back
grins
to.
cheap.
Let's get out of the rain and back to Arcadia. We can interrogate them later.
Ellen, as you are finishing your conversation with this man, you feel a tug at your cloak. And you look down and you see the little girl.
Hello, what's your name?
I'm Marianne.
Hi, Marianne. Marianne or Marianne?
Marianne.
Marianne. What is it?
I saw someone.
Who did you see?
I saw the detective talking with someone. He called him the Grand Master.
What did he... Do you remember what he looked like?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me?
Mm-hmm. He was young. He wore a very nice suit. Had glasses. And, he walked with a cane. Although he didn't need it.
Is this the same description of Arthur
No.
Belmont?
Beaumont's an old man.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I know the name. I know the description of
Let-
person who walked with a cane but didn't need it has happened before. But I
let
can't. It's,
let me look at my notes, because I'm thinking something.
it wasn't Leovan, was it?
No.
Okay.
No.
I couldn't remember if he had a cane or not.
That would be
You said he-
fucked up if
You
it
said
was
he
Leovan.
No, I mean, like, you said nicely dressed in, like, glasses, and I was like, that sounds like Leovan.
Leovan
I
had
think.
glasses too, but he didn't have a cane.
Oh, he had glasses.
that's-
Never
that's-
mind. Oh, I'm
Were
thinking
they were they human?
Yes.
I know we've heard this before, but I don't even.
Does it...
Did I here? Maybe I
Thank
can. Maybe the word cane is in my notes. No, arcane. That's it. I don't have anything. It's just.
You
I
can
don't
put a
have
space in
anything.
between cane
Space
and
cane.
I mean, I know I'm not there. I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who.
We've met this person before. I'm assuming.
That sounds
Yes,
like
you
someone
have.
we've seen before.
You've had a lot of
Um,
interactions with this person.
Someone with a-
Victor.
Someone from our
Does he have a cane?
Is that?
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
It was Victor?
fuck.
Oh man.
He was one of the three families?
No.
No, but he's like works in the prosecutor's office.
Yeah.
He's the head prosecutor, yeah.
He's the head
God,
prosecutor.
that
He has
fucker.
connections to the rich families. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but also there's no way we could have known for sure.
Always the lawyer.
That's the real narrative Falk wanted to tell. He got us all the way to level 12 to just say, hey, you know who this big villain is? It's a fucking lawyer.
Ellen is
Fucking
just
Ian
going
has
to...
a coast is over here.
Ellen is going to pat her... Ellen is going
Oh, yeah,
to pat her
everything-
head and say...
Everything in Arcadia's new expansion is going great.
No. Okay. What was Ellen gonna say?
Ellen's going to pat her head and say thank you so much.
BFA.
You'll be safe now, okay? We'll get you home.
She
All right.
walks over to her mother, who was the woman who approached you before, and takes her hand.
Are we ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. Cecil starts drawing the circle. Everybody in.
And as you all step into the circle and teleport back to the Dapper Snapdragon, Goff and Mido, as your vision clears, and the haze fades from your mind, you stand up.
Are we with each other?
Yes, the two of you are with each other. A little further off, you could see Roscoe unconscious on the ground.
Uh.
Oh, he's not unconscious. I'm sorry. He's just sort of like hunkered down. He's got his tail between his legs a little bit. You are in a place that looks like an endless silvery sea that stretches out in every direction. And occasionally you can make out in the very distance what look to be stars and lights, multicolored lights, like wisps dance around you in the air occasionally and flit under your feet. But this silver sea seems to stretch out to eternity. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Mother
Can I do?
fucker.
Oh, wait. Can I do one more thing? Can we?
Does that have to be the
Why
end
don't we
right
pick that
there?
up next week with that?
Oh, I just wanted to talk. I wanted to go over to Roz.
I know, but I feel like that's a good stopping point, and we can
Okay.
have the RP start at the
All
beginning
right.
of the next session.
We're not dead.
Because now the party split, and now I have to figure out how to get you guys back together.
Well, man, you
I
made
have-
a black hole and you made Roscoe have to jump, so you did this.
Sissel's having some thoughts about people to talk to, but right now she's just feeling some kind of way.
Ellen is trying to be like the pragmatist, and she's like, okay, we have to trust that Goff and
I mean, are the
Mido,
tattoos
like,
beating
No.
for Goff and Mido? Then they're not
fine.
dead.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, so like Ellen is gonna just like all she can do is like trust that they're gonna figure it out, and then she's like, we have to move on with the investigation because that's also time consume. That's like also a time thing.
Yeah, that's why Mido was
like-
like Ellen stay, because Mido's
Like-
not that smart.
I just want you to know, Falk, and I already said this, but I want you to know that I was planning on just finding a way to get Roscoe out of there later by like maybe like paying someone to use a gate spell or something.
Mhm.
But you had the way he said help me, I was like, well now fuck, now I have to jump in.
I'm so fucking
Like,
excited about this. You have no idea.
Sealed my fate the moment you played
Oh,
that card.
Now I gotta fucking come up with like a mini astral.
You did this! You did this!
Oh my god, yo! I
How-
can't believe that happened!
How will half the group get out of the astral plane?
Yeah.
Find out next time.
Is it the astral plane?
Yeah, you're in the astral plane.
Fuck.
On the bright
that's
side,
good.
you're not a projection.
On the bright side, it's not the abyss.
Yeah,
That's
it's not.
true.
It's not the abyss.
And you're not a
And-
projection, because if you were a projection, you could fucking die here.
We just clipped out of the world. That's
Yeah,
all.
you know,
Just
but-
like in
Yeah,
WoW,
you
we
know.
blinked through the mountain and we
D&D
Right to the
speed
top.
running.
Wait, was it just us, or were the guards and Shelby around too?
Yeah, the guards and Shelby were around, but a lot of them seem
Ooh,
unconscious.
that's awkward. Good thing I
That's
saw the
super
sword.
awkward.
Yeah, Shelby, they're all unconscious. They seem to have hit the ground pretty hard.
That's fine. We can leave him there.
Yeah, but Roscoe's he's tough.
Yeah.
He's bouncy.
Roscoe, I don't think, like, Roscoe can negate a number of fall damage equal to, like, 5 times his monk level or something.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
he fucking takes no damage from falling.
we know a druid.
You do. You know a
You
couple
know
druids.
We know a couple.
You actually
druids.
You have a high level druid who can cast plane shift in your
We don't
That's
know where they
stronghold.
are.
in our
no
sh-
in your yeah, Moira.
I didn't know she could.
She's a
cast
druid?
Plane.
Yeah.
I knew she was a
She's
druid. I didn't know she
she's a-
could cast
She's a
planes.
13th
But, like,
level.
quick
she's a
question,
13th
how-
level druid.
How would we know where to go?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Goff can
Nobody's-
tell you. If he can figure it out, Goff can tell you. You can use sending.
There is no features in the astral plane. Good luck with that.
Yep.
Well, but maybe Goff knows something.
Well,
Like, maybe he's
we
learned
will
about it.
figure that out next time around.
I mean,
Yeah,
is
that's-
it feasible for people to
so
know about the
good.
astral plane?
With an Arcana check, yeah, but not immediately.
Well, maybe one of us can realize that we're there, and then we can tell everyone.
Mido's smart. Mido knows magic.
Yeah, but
Oh,
also
I'm so
like
excited about this.
you can't like even if you plane shift, like plane shift needs some sort of tie to that plane in order to be able to access it.
Yeah.
And then also you need to know exactly where in the plane to shift to.
It get a little complicated.
And since the whole place is just a big featureless expanse, it's gonna be kind of difficult. But the
Well,
option is there is the important point.
what would a druid be able to do?
Plane shift.
Yeah.
What does plane shift do?
It lets you shift to another plane.
Okay, but you have to know specifically where.
Yes. And you have to be attuned to that plane, which means you need some sort of object or something relevant to that plane.
Goff.
What kind of objects are in the astral plane?
Dead gods.
Ah,
Whoa.
Gith Yankee.
You can find the corpses of dead gods in the astral plane.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's real fucked up. I think there's also like some. I'll get it. I don't want to ruin any of the surprises.
Oh my
but-
god. Hey, do you think you can find like the items of a destroyed bag of
Oh my god.
I don't think it. I mean,
just floating around in the
No,
astral plane?
it's not the astral plane that it goes to. Like they just get shunted into the pocket dimension and destroyed forever.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
we
it,
didn't
I thought
set
it
up-
got
They
shunted.
make their
Okay.
own pocket dimensions. It's like one per bag.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of
Yeah,
funny.
one.
Oh boy, I did not expect this.
Oh!
I'm not,
Yeah.
dude.
I expected at most like one person maybe to get sucked in, and then we would.
I mean,
have, like,
Goff's
a
not gonna
mini-
be happy that Mido followed him.
Mata
Oh.
Mata.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Me and
He's
Ron and
not. He
Mido-
said he wanted everyone else to go on, and the fact that the other muscle in the group went with him, so now it's just all the squishies.
You expecting Mido to follow orders?
Yeah, your healer
We're
and your tank just
expecting
jumped into
her.
a hole.
Mido was the one that he wanted to protect. Like,
Yellow.
strategically,
Yellow.
it was a.
Well,
Whatever.
as
It's
a
probably better that way
character-
because then at least, I mean, from a DM standpoint, it's probably better that way just because that means I won't have to spend like maybe half the session just DMing something with you alone, and I can at least have a couple people involved.
as a character, I wasn't thinking strategically.
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
it's what she would
Mido-
do, and that I'm proud of her.
Thank you
Mido-
for solving my collapsing dimension puzzle.
Yeah, anytime,
At least all
man.
the people were saved.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least all the people were saved.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
have to
no,
Just be like, where's the lady who carried me?
Falk, bag of holding description. If the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and is destroyed, and its contents are scattered in the astral plane.
Oh, okay, yeah, then
You guys are just gonna
Maybe
like
we'll
run
find some
into,
cool
like-
shit. I'm just kidding. He probably won't.
I mean, it's basically an infinite expanse. You could go on forever. You could walk in one direction and just never find the end.
Yeah, you can just see a weird object float by. Well, so that's someone who fucked up.
This is literally just me clipping out of
Yeah, you,
I'm so delighted at the drama of it
This
all.
is the fucking D&D shit that I live
excited
for.
about
Yeah.
this.
I can't
Oh,
wait
fuck.
for us to somehow meet up again, and Hirai punches all three of you in the face in one action.
Don't. Okay, first of all,
No, not Roscoe.
first of all, Roscoe did
She'll
nothing
pat
wrong. That was
Roscoe's head and then punch both of
Yeah,
you. She'll
don't
cast
hit
Fly
him.
on
That
herself just so she can punch Goff in the face.
he was just trying to do his job, and then the fucking black hole fucked him over. It was Goff who was stupid, and then Mido double stupid for going after him.
Y'all both stupid, and I love it.
This is so wild. This is
And
the
yes,
shit
she's
I
a
live for as
dumbass.
DM.
She's
Yeah.
a
Ellen-
dumbass, but she's a lovable one. Damn it.
I love so much how like the roles of like Goth and Sissel just in reacting to bullshit that each other's they do are reversed in this situation because that almost never happens.
I'm doing this playfully. It's Falk's fault. He's
Yeah.
the way
Whoa.
that Roscoe responded to Goff's message was what tipped him over the edge. If he just said, if he just said like I'm in some place weird, but don't worry, like just get me when you can, it would have been a lot different. But instead he was like, help. That dug in deep. It made me start to cry. I was like,
I
fuck,
mean,
I gotta help
that's-
him.
Goff is his best friend. He's gonna ask for help.
I know, and yeah, so he has to
Roleplay.
respond.
Because he didn't know
has
where
to-
he was. He was actually a little frightened. Like,
Goff has to respond to the call. He has to. He can't not listen to it.
Call of Doggo. Oh my god, I'm so
Bart's eternal.
I'm gonna stop recording because I really have to pee. But holy
yeah,
shit,
me
y'all!
too. Holy
Oh my
moly.
god.